what I'm saying? Can't let you go, Anthony Hamilton. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Teach me. Musiq Soulchild.
Man, you know what? A lot of
Music
is still underrated, kind of.
But he hit you with the 2-piece though, because he went from
It's
Teach
just-
Me
you-
and go to So Beautiful.
What made him fall off? Do you know what made him fall off?
What?
When that nigga removed them frames.
Get your ass out of here.
Motherfucker was like, oh. That's the one.
And then he put the one. This is the one by Justin Timberlake right here though.
What?
I'm gonna take it from here.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Talking about Pharrell snaps.
Give
Yeah.
me one reason.
You know what I'm saying? So y'all, man, hey man, we
Oh.
definitely gonna have to put this out, man. I mean,
Yeah, you gotta put that
this and B, let me tell you,
Come
the
on.
second Ryan Leslie album, I haven't gone through all the way, so I was sitting here like jamming, like
Those
shits. Yeah.
But you know what? That's good. I think B should do a playlist every week, though. A B's playlist.
I'm not legit, because
If you do it even every month, or every 2 months,
every quarter.
or something.
You know what I'm
every
saying?
quarter,
Every
every
quarter.
quarter.
This was a dope.
Yeah, you can't
But
just
you know
do
what?
every week.
You know what?
This was fucking music.
Because he went through some old school, like
And
'cause
then-
he went through real R&B.
Yeah,
When you talk
yeah.
about He did on Footsteps in the Dark. Man, listen. I'm like this. I said, but then
Sir?
yes, he
did that, as a remake.
Out like that, like look, as soon as he announced today,
I'm telling you. Me, of course, Sir is at the top because last time I tried to get here, he was at Reggie's and he sold out. And it was $100. I'm like, $100.
Cool, yeah, that's mine too.
For the whip appeal.
All right. Well, we could just have like all the artists Babyface and produce for. Give me the Tevin Campbell.
man, I don't know.
Okay,
I mean,
yeah.
I would love.
That's a festival by itself.
Yeah, that's what I'm
You
saying.
know what I'm saying?
But see, you got
That'd be-
Kanye from
oh,
Boys to
man.
Men that's gonna take over. You
That's
know
gonna be a
what
crazy festival.
I'm saying? I'm a bit like I was telling somebody, I was not a Boys to Men real fan until they got into the older stages of Boys to Men.
My auntie used to be like, Phil, why you singing with your head?
Like what?
I'm like, does the voice come out better?
Like,
That's what Kanye do.
I'm gonna swallow my pride. Like my 4 seasons of loneliness on Midnight Love. Man, y'all, that's what killed me. Y'all bought back BET Uncut, but couldn't bring back.
Hey, I did
Midnight
not
Love.
watch one of them. I'm mad as hell I missed it.
Is it gone?
I think it was just for the weekend.
Really?
I think so.
Why would you put out BET Uncut and not put out Midnight Love? I'm telling you, because on Midnight
Yeah,
Love,
Midnight Love would have been nice
boy, I
too.
would, because they played D'Angelo, How Does It Feel? And I went to school. I said, girl, I saw something. I was like, dude. She like, did you get in there? I got in
They
there.
played that shit on Hits from the Streets more than they played it on
They
Midnight
did.
Love.
They so did.
Because he was like, because
You
what's
remember when
that
Jamie
guy?
Foxx did that shit?
Midnight Love, all I remember
He
on there
rubbing-
was
rubbing,
like,
laying out his belly button and shit.
it was like, who was it? Jaheim. They played that.
Oh, yeah, Jaheim.
Man, nah, they played.
You can have it.
Like that was his
Hey,
thing.
God.
If it wasn't Jaheim,
Oh.
it was genuine. Like they
No.
played them two to death.
No, they played like, I liked it. I didn't.
Man.
My whole life is changed.
Nah, I hated that damn song.
That nigga Genuine got on my
But he
fucking
like,
nerve.
when I work them fingers off to the bone.
I used to hate when I hear so anxious. I used to hate that fucking song.
That's the senior song right there, boy. Mm-mm.
That's the singing song.
Boy, I see ya. But I
Why are you
was.
taking shots of Sprite?
I know.
Your mama.
And she doing it
Well, my
like
nigga
it's
Slim
an
Johnson.
actual shot.
Finish this cup.
There was-
But no, Midnight Love had Joe. 'cause
I
if you-
seen it, yeah.
That's
But
like
Joe, you had Joe. You had.
Right, Joe was on that heavy.
But Chico the Barge.
No guarantee. I'll finish it
Man.
When Chico the Bar first
But I
came out,
played-
him and
I
Joe in
played-
that video.
like, they was
Then they
there.
had the black tank top and he had the white
The
beat.
weak ass dance sequence they had.
Give you
them
what you want.
Them niggas was funny.
But who else was it? Ideal, get gone. I think you better leave.
Yep.
Hey, rest in peace to
RL
one of
next.
their members.
Yeah.
Ideal, he passed away this
Oh,
week.
really?
For real, wow.
Man,
Rest
rest
in
in
peace.
peace.
Man,
Next used to be on there.
man, they did. Yeah.
Like
But,
you
You're my
right, you
wifey.
stood right by me. Jimmy Cozier.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanna
Tell
tell
his
you.
wife was beating his ass.
Damn.
Nigga, shut the fuck up.
Man, they used to do that on the 2-2
Gave
for
his
one
ass
time.
to Rick Moranis.
Right. I think she's really crazy.
They'll play him, then they'll play Falling.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, the
I
guy
like
that-
when they used to play the little shit like Christian and them.
Yeah.
Remember Christian?
Smoke.
I'm so cool, baby. I'm full of smoke.
Wasn't
That
it
was my
real?
shit.
Love
Yeah,
for free.
real.
Love for free.
They used to
But
play
see,
little
bring
sneak
back
hits.
that stuff, man. BET Uncuts.
No, nobody make videos
Damn.
no more.
People, I mean, they make them, but it just ain't what it
It ain't the
used to be.
same,
You know
right?
what I'm
But see,
saying?
that's why you gotta
ain't
have
the
a
same.
What's
show.
my man name that used to always be on that? Joker the court jester, I think his name was.
What's this
Oh,
on?
what?
Ain't nothing like money in a Ziploc bag. Yeah.
Oh, well.
Smash
Bones
the
in
cash.
there, with
On
one of
BT
these on
Uncut.
flannel on.
That's on Uncut.
Trying to kick
Yeah.
it tonight.
Right, that-
Oh.
somebody
So
post-
baby, tell me what that thing smell like. Them niggas was
How old
freaky.
was you?
They
Like
had,
13 when that came out?
Freaky as hell.
You over here
That
like-
nigga said,
What that thing look like? I
that
was
nigga
like,
said, ladies want to get in the free tonight? Just want to know
what
what that
about
thing smell like.
white girl?
Oh, that shit too?
I hated that
I
song.
I saw
hated
that.
that song.
I saw that video this weekend. Actually,
Hated that shit.
Y'all missed it all.
What is that?
They played that to death. Though. That
What it
was
smell like, what it tastes like.
Boy, when Tip Drill came out, boy, we was at the club. I
I was gonna
said,
say, if it wasn't Tip Drill, it was Luda song.
They're like,
I recorded Tip Drill.
that pussy popping.
Was it
Yeah.
probably,
Yeah,
yeah.
I recorded them motherfuckers. I remember that shit.
Head down.
Nice recording videos.
boy, Tip Drill came out. They're like, come on, nigga. I'm like, no, sir. Nigga, don't do that.
Why it must be your ass because it ain't your face.
I did that.
Ain't your face, baby.
Well, we go to work. I said, what you
Sliding
know about
debit
that? I'm
cards
like,
and chicks crack.
I said, you doing that at the strip club? He was like, yes, sir. I was like, yes, sir. I was like, new chips on the ride. Yes, sir.
Your ass stupid.
Yeah.
Yes,
Love,
sir.
love is in the air. As also, too, it is Valentine's Day weekend. Fellas, what y'all do for y'all late day?
Hung out Baby Blue. Had
You
his
did?
son. Had his
He's like,
son at
yes, sir.
the. He had his son.
Look, this how you was. Look.
Had his baby
No,
at the
okay,
restaurant.
but no. Okay, even if
He had some tres leches.
Some who?
What you do?
I'm chill, man.
He ain't gonna put this
I'm
ball.
chill. I ain't go. It was, it's the winter, man. It just kind of took away everything.
It was cold last year.
It was the winter. This winter fucked up. Nah, this winter was fucked up.
Yeah, it was cold as hell last year. We was outside All-Star Weekend. It was cold.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. I know why.
That's when the COVID hit. Boom.
Right after that.
Right after that,
Well,
COVID hit.
We was walking to go.
Everybody's out
see
there
what's called
fucking.
Who was that? Little brother, and I'm like, man, that line is 2 blocks long, and I had like the jeans on that.
And
my
he put
legs
the long
up.
johns on underneath.
No, I said,
you said, nah, I might get a young nigga to go home
No,
with.
I
I can't
didn't. I was
pull
like-
the long johns down.
I told my old nigga, let's go. And we would walk up the block. He was like, man, if you don't bring your cool ass and get back in this car, my whole body was cold. I'm like, man. And then, we usually don't celebrate it. When I was with somebody, I don't celebrate on that day.
Right.
Because it's every day. But, because the food is, the food, I know everybody say that's a typical line to say, but the food, they gonna rush your food. When I went out, I was like, look at this shit. They rushing the food. Hey, so did you eat all this? Hold on, wait a minute, bitch. I'm still eating on this.
Right.
Like, they'll grab your food burnt.
Trying to get them tips.
Trying to get them tips. But
It's just best to get a room. You find something to do and get a room.
Yeah, see, I had reservations for the hibachi, so I could see them cooking, make sure
Right.
it's
Yeah,
good,
okay,
you
all
know.
right.
Ended up not doing that, but instead I passed out my playlist to all my friends.
That's what I'm
I
talking
appreciate
you
you,
know,
brother.
Yeah, appreciate that.
That was jam.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna check it. I'm gonna use it one night. The night wasn't the night.
Oh, we know you're gonna use it.
But
We know. He gonna say,
Oh
what
no,
that
my brother. You gotta
fine? What that fine?
no, my brother, you gotta
If
get
you
your
put that
own.
on
Right.
if you put that on the payable content, I'm gonna have to charge you.
Hey, like what my man say, he like, no, my brother. You
Gotta
go
get your own.
I said, that's the coolest commercial I've ever seen in my life.
B's playlist
Man.
coming at you.
And
Low
sauce.
key, that's where that was Flash from Flash and Ebony Sparks.
That show was. That show was him.
Tight little jeans on. He's like, this.
Just in case.
You know the song. And everything.
She's not. I'm a movie man.
You know what I'm
She's
saying?
not on that.
But since we kind of talking about music, man, speaking of music, shit, I can't talk about that. New releases, all right?
You get
It's
nervous?
like that Ray Cash.
Bumping my view.
That was my
We
shit.
got the Judas and the Black Messiah soundtrack that was released. Lucky Day put out an EP. Robert Thicke has a new album, and we got a new album from Pink Sweats.
Got some mad sing on there.
Yeah.
You still.
Said, man,
Man,
so-
Yeah, Robert Dick on that.
Because he
I
wanted to
love
hold
that
it.
show. I love that show.
So yeah, man.
I
Was there any of them that y'all checked out? Obviously, you checked out the Lucky Day because you have one of the songs from now on now. So like,
I'm not a Lucky Day fan.
I didn't get the
I don't
chance
know
to check
how.
it out.
How's that?
This project was better than the last one.
It was okay. I'm gonna listen to it. 'Cause I
Okay.
love the last one, so I'm gonna check this one out.
Short and sweet.
You know what's
Good-
funny? They don't show videos no more, but videos catch me more than like just hearing the music
it
straight
used
off
to be
back.
like that for me at first, but now I don't. I just kind of like want to listen to the music, and I'll imagine, you know,
Right,
what I'm
try to
saying?
imagine your own video,
in my
yeah.
own way, in my own way, yeah.
That's
But,
true.
I checked out the Lucky Day. I checked out the Pink Sweats, and I
I
didn't
didn't
get a
know he had
chance to
that.
really dive into the Robin Thicke.
Pink
But
Sweat.
I like him. He put out a series of like EPs before he put this project out too. So Pink Sweat's been at it for a minute.
I'm not even.
I rock with Pink Sweats, man.
I never listened. I heard like one song.
This project really got like a real churchy feel to it. You know, he's got a lot of organ play in there. But I'm a big fan of his ballads, like when he be just getting in his vocal bag.
Yeah.
I rock with that.
Okay.
So but I'm pretty sure everybody checked out Judas and Black Messiah soundtrack.
Yeah, I was feeling it. I just didn't like when it got to the young niggas, man. Like that's when it just threw me off. Like
He was like, "Talk
Now,
got all
Like, I was
man.
like, hey, and then like my man, what's his one who I seen with G Herbo? He just came out with killing niggas. I'm like, bro, what the fuck?
Now I kind of felt like you was hating a little bit on Herbo.
No, man, because the next song he did, the song he did with Bump J was good.
Mm-hmm.
That one he did was good, but that first, I'm like, what the fuck? Then the next nigga come on. I liked him because he was talking about kill Whitey. He wasn't talking about
Hey.
killing niggas.
Who, White Dave?
Yeah, White Dave.
Funny shit about it.
But then that motherfucker, G Herbo was talking about killing niggas in the hood. Like, come on, no, G, just take that one back, bro. Let's switch that one around. But that was the only part of it. But other than that, I like
that.
that.
Let you know he probably didn't watch the damn movie and understand what's
He
going
didn't,
on.
because he had to do another song, Bump J. That one
Right.
was way better. That song was way
Everybody's talking about what Bump J said and everything like that or whatever. A lot of people going in about the Nipsey and the whole. I didn't listen to the soundtrack.
better. What they say about it?
everybody was like, it's like when something new come out with Hov, it's just like it's gospel.
It's a moment.
Right. Like they like, how does he still do it? How is Hov?
Cause he be killing shit.
But him rhyming on here was a lot better than him rhyming on 444.
Right.
The
It was.
content on 444 was great, but his rapping wasn't all that.
You right, B.
right.
I will
will give you
applaud
that.
that one.
But him rapping on here,
And this one verse, yeah.
that was immaculate.
So let me ask this: was his rapping better on 444 or on Jay Electronica shit?
It was about the same, to be honest.
I liked a little more on Jay.
Jay Electronica.
Cause he fucking saved that album. Like
the only
Jay-Z
reason,
saved that album.
the only reason I would go for that is because Jay Elect sound like bullshit.
Yeah.
He
Jay-Z saved that album.
for me.
I just couldn't understand why this man had put out this album. He didn't even open it.
That's what made me be like. That's why I liked the album so much. It was mainly because of Jay-Z. I thought it was Jay Elect, but it was when I went back and listened to it again, it was mainly Jay-Z. Like,
I felt like that was Hov trying to save the album. Like
was.
remember,
I think that was
it's like they
planned.
gonna put it out, and then Jay-Z's like, nah, let me hop on these
I
verses.
think that was planned.
I hope not.
I think it was. I don't know if I could do this, Jay. Can you jump on here? Can you jump on the other
Or
one too?
Jay-
Jump on
Jay
the next
probably-
5? God, dog.
They was on every fucking song.
But so I mean the song has been getting a lot of hype. You know what I'm saying since it came out on Friday. This is what it feels like. The late great Nipsey Hussle with Hov. You know what I'm saying. So, how did everybody feel? Like that was like the instant go-to track for everybody.
I love Jay part. I didn't like Nipsey part. And the reason why I don't like parts like this with rappers, this is with any rapper. If you're dead, I don't want to hear a rapper on the song that they created a beat for. Because it ain't the same energy.
They didn't have input in it.
Yeah, it's like they didn't have input. It ain't the same energy. It's just you throwing a beat that's behind his voice that go with his voice.
Right.
It went well with it, but it just
I mean, because
it wasn't it for me.
Them was his go-to producers, like 1500 and nothing. Like first and foremost, I thought it was Just Blaze on first listen because them Congos was going, man. I said, oh shit. I said Justin Lace, and then I'm like, I had to go look, and then I went on Rap Genius, and it was like, nah, this 1500 and nothing that did the production. So it was like it was his go-to like production team. So they know the sound to to give him to make it sound good. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And Hov to me, like I was saying it earlier, I like Hov kind of is like the Godfather now. Like if you really think about it, like his position in the world of hip hop. So finally getting that collaboration, because you knew Hov messed with Nip way back when Nip was charging $100 for the mixtape,
Right.
and he bought like 1,000 of them off the rip. You know what I mean? So for them to finally collaborate, even though Nip ain't here, it was a big moment.
Right.
That's true. That's true.
So, but to piggyback on that, Ross was supposed to be on the song, and Ross DJ Sam Sneak threw out a little preview of what Ross did on that Joker, and a lot of people is just like, damn, why Ross wasn't on the track?
Could you play that a little bit?
Just a little bit. Well, 'cause we
Sorry,
trying-
YouTube. You might not have
No,
it
no
here.
lawsuits, please. I do not own this material. What they be saying?
I do not own the copyrights to
I
this
don't
music.
own the rights. So we just go play a small little snippet, so the people can hear it who haven't heard it. That's a little preview. Y'all go find it. It's on the internet.
Let me tell you
know what
this. I'm
saying?
gonna tell you like this, and March 9th is approaching soon. You heard it here from me. Ross is my generation of this now, Biggie.
I've been saying this for years.
But I had to get. But I love Biggie. Now you gotta understand. But you don't know. Listen, if Biggie had his time, like Tupac would have had his time, we don't know what these other rappers.
I brought that up at work when you talked about it, B, and they was like mad as shit at me. I said, no, think about it. I want y'all to really think about
Niggas
it.
had the same time.
I said they.
Them niggas had the same time.
No,
I'm like-
Biggie was only out for like 3 years.
Pac was only out for 5.
Pac was out longer than that. He came out in
He
like
been around, but he wasn't
right,
out.
and Biggie only had 3 fucking years. That ain't
From
fair.
94 to 97.
97.
Pac
3
was out
years.
from 91 to 96.
And how many albums did he have?
A bunch, because that nigga didn't stop working.
Right.
Right, and that's what I'm saying.
And
now.
churned out movies in the middle of it.
Right, and if Big was supposed to go behind the scenes, him and Big Un, they was starting their label, and him and Jay was supposed to put on Brooklyn Finest because he killed Jay-Z on, you know what I'm saying, Brooklyn.
So wait, B, you saying Pac is better than Biggie? Or you just?
Well, I mean, it depends on what we ask.
I don't compare them because they
Thank
both
you.
two different
Right.
people. Man.
That's why I say it depends on what you asking. Is he a better lyricist than Biggie? Probably not. Is he a better artist than Biggie? Absolutely.
If we do it like that, you're kind of right.
Look, man, Pac to me, people probably get mad at. I don't give a fuck. He can't draw a story for me. Biggie,
Yeah,
I
what do
felt
you mean? Brenda's got a baby. What
that
the
was
fuck
Brenda's.
do you mean?
That was because we was young and I knew shit
That's
like that.
That's a timeless song.
That was then. Like,
If my
that-
daughter ever goes to song, I'm gonna
never
play
seen.
Brenda's Got a Baby. Listen to this,
That's
goddammit.
current day. What
right,
you
and
mean?
that's what I'm
Right.
saying. Like that was.
It's not our problem. It's up to Brenda's family.
Damn, nigga, what the fuck? Shit.
That's a song.
God damn. Was you around when that shit came out?
That's a real song, G. That shit was
you was
going
like
on.
4, wasn't
I mean,
it?
That was going on in the
Dead
neighborhood.
Mama,
Probably
you know,
was.
every
I
Dead
mean,
Mama,
man,
like, all
hey,
that
you know,
shit. That nigga had
I'm
hits,
gonna be,
man.
he had hits, but you ain't gonna find me playing them shits.
Okay, so let's
But you
let's
can't
ask
say
this.
he didn't have storytelling songs.
No, for me, I gotta see it. Like I'm like this.
What
like,
Biggie storytelling songs?
I got a story to tell, and niggas bleed. Today's a jungle. I got.
Oh, so
I
you
felt
out here
that.
killing niggas.
No, you can imagine him doing this shit, and then you can imagine.
But you out here killing. That's not,
Nick, you
that's
can
not the
imagine
story.
suicidal thoughts. I've been through that thought process before. Of feeling how I felt. I played that when my brother got sentenced several times. Sitting there like I'm done with
And
everything.
Tupac has made songs like that too.
That was him, but we talk about how I feel.
You
Everybody
like
got
the
an opinion.
lyrical
Yes,
aspect of
Biggie's lyrics lyrically would kill Pac. You know what I'm saying? I'm like the integral Pac. What the fuck is this big ass nigga talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like I felt Biggie more than I felt Tupac, and everybody got their own opinions because that's like we got our own assholes. I just felt
I
that way.
don't mind
I mean,
that.
a
My
lot-
thing is that I don't mind that. You have your own opinion on people. But don't say a nigga weak.
How you can't tell me what I feel? I didn't say.
You can't say Pac weak, G.
G, to me, he is. I don't fuck with dude.
So there's no.
You know what? I'm gonna say.
Tupac?
I'm
There's
gonna
no
tell you
Tupac?
why. Because I had an aunt that did time, and when she got out, this bitch thought she was Tupac. So you like that's like I don't listen to R. That's just like
Why
I
that
don't
make
listen.
him weak?
That's like I don't listen to R. Kelly. Cause I can't stand R. Kelly no more because my neighbors used to fuck the R. Kelly and eat Popeyes.
That don't make no sense.
Cause you know how people
dumb
no,
reasons, Nikki.
people will play shit out. You be like,
No, that's dead ass. Cause that. Oh my God, them motherfuckers played R. Kelly
hit it up in the back.
non-stop.
Nigga, drink
Oh.
drink the can. Drink the fucking can. I'm gonna crush this cup.
But see, that's not gonna make me call R. Kelly weak. I prefer not to listen to it no more.
Right.
But
You know
no,
what I'm
Tupac is just
Until
wasn't
there's
my
a cookout.
thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Tupac,
Niggas
but
have
I
a
ain't gonna lie.
cookout.
What's that?
Backyard party. Walking out that motherfucker.
Me Against the World, I fucked with on the train when I was in school, going, you know what I'm saying, trade school.
So it's all
But
about the emotional feel or the emotional
sometimes,
connection you
yeah,
have.
because
Yeah.
I can't listen to Me Against.
I mean,
can't
like I
listen
said,
to-
I don't mind
not
that with
all,
people.
what all eyes on me. To me, be honest, is trash. I'ma say it like that. All eyes on me is trash.
See, that's my
I
thing.
don't
I don't
care.
mind that about people, but when you say shit weak, like that's like the Mike and LeBron comparison. Mike is the GOAT, yeah, but LeBron, you can't say LeBron is a weak ass nigga though. G. You can't call him LeBron.
That flop the other night was weak as fuck.
Niggas, everybody fucking
This
flop.
nigga didn't
Like,
even
everybody
get
does that.
touched. Like Mike didn't even do that. This nigga did not get touched. Dude, like he like, oh.
But he ain't no weak ass nigga, man. Look at
I
him.
never said that. I
That's
just
what I'll
said-
be saying. But that's what I'm saying with Pac and Biggie. Biggie he may be your, like we love Freddie Gibbs and they don't. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is for us.
Right.
Biggie is he wrong, but Pac ain't never weak. I love them both. As I got older, I said Biggie was kind of a better lyricist than Pac was, but I will never ever say Pac was garbage because he wasn't.
And just to clear the air, I never said Gibbs was weak either.
I know that's what I'm saying,
I
but it's
said
just
he's
it's the
not
feeling
for
on
me.
us. He's not for you. It's the how me and Nikki feel about him towards how you and
I
Tim
know I
feel
like
about him.
Gibbs.
Smoke a little.
You ain't like us with Gibbs.
I'm not. Y'all fandom is
Right, a little more.
another level versus my fandom.
Right,
But
right.
I like
Smoke a
Gibbs.
little something.
Yeah, that's all it is.
But okay, so let me ask you this question:
Mm-hmm.
Is it safe to assume that Ross has surpassed?
Of course,
Biggie?
yes.
He did that years ago.
Oh my
He
Now
did.
you said
He did.
years ago. What album definitively led? I mean, I know you don't really care for Biggie, but what album was it for you that Ross delivered that made you say, "Oh man, he passed dude"?
Probably around Teflon Don.
I'll say this because you really don't have nobody talking about Biggie no more. The Brooklyn
But
Nets.
that's because
gave
he's
up on
not
Biggie.
here though. That's why you don't hear.
I'm
people
just saying
talking
the
about
Brooklyn
it.
Nets gave up on Biggie. Like you see them always every year something but Biggie. They didn't gave up on Biggie.
No,
Like,
'cause every time
nobody
like,
fuck with Biggie. Ross is that new.
No, every time
Smooth
Christopher, like,
big
what's
nigga.
that? Christopher Columbus Day, you got
Actually-
everybody.
Only
there.
Chris, yeah, everybody say that because I mean that was a raw line about who?
Actually,
Jay-Z.
it was probably the mixtape that he did. Diddy was all over it, and I was like, yeah, He's the new Biggie.
Rich Forever?
Rich Forever.
Rich Forever.
Yeah.
Yep.
Rich Forever was cold. Like, to me,
With the new Bugatti on there.
Yeah.
that's
Rich
what-
Forever is
That was cold.
probably one of my favorites. But I would say the album that did it for me will be God Forgives, I Don't. I was like, man, I said, this dude. And then now as I'm like, there's certain things that get me motivated. He gets me motivated. I get on the road. Gotta get away. You know what I'm saying? He's
What
like,
was that joint he put out? Not the last, right before Port of Miami 2. What was that?
you talking about,
All right, Rather You Than Me.
That was a masterpiece.
oh yeah. And they didn't pick that, but they picked that Drake. I'm like, which Drake's, was decent, but Rather You Than Me, you could just let that kind of play. You got some, there's some of them I wouldn't play. I'm like, all right, that one with Jeezy. And all that.
That might be my favorite too. If God Forgives, I Don't, and Rather You Than Me.
That joint with Ty Dolla $ign, boy, that be putting me in my mood, boy.
But what's that? Super Fly by him and Neo. You can just if you got a smooth ride, you just be like, why you driving with the pinky out? Just to let it flow, let it flow. But yeah, Ross to me is.
I want to go buy me a Buick. When I heard that, boy.
He said, "I'm Barry Gordy to the streets." I'm like,
Boy, Amsterdam. That might make you want to go somewhere. But yeah, that's what Ross do. Like, Ross be just dropping
He do.
Santorini, Greece. What the hell is a Santorini, Greece? I ain't never heard of that.
My homeboy
I know
turned
what it
40.
was after he dropped it.
Boy,
Right,
I
Santorini
swear.
Greece.
You get
Right, what is
while
that?
I'm playing this, you know
My
what I'm saying?
homeboy went when he turned 40. He said, "Nick, you know what I'm playing? Holla at me." And he was on that boat and he was playing. I was like, "Nigga, you go, nigga."
He just
Yeah,
got
that's that
records
shit.
that just make you feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I
Like
pull up.
he got the street shit, but he also got records that make
They
you
call
feel
him luxury rap.
I love his
That's what he
beautiful
is.
beats. I love his product because
Huh.
he know how to grab, the right type of production.
And even like if he's on a feature, the beat selection on his feature, like the beat just breaks down
Right.
for him. Like
Huh.
like the Devil in the New Dress.
Oh,
Ooh.
man.
Different sweaters for different
And
atmospheres.
I'm glad you said
You know, some
that.
shit like that.
That's kind of like how we were saying when people used to collaborate with Bone, they went to their sound versus Bone doing that person's sound that they featuring. for.
Yeah.
They always carved that little lane out for Ross, like that little drop right there.
That nigga said
the beat
making-
changed up. You know what I'm saying? It was more of that progression with the keys.
Yeah.
While he
That
was
nigga
spitting.
said, making love to the angel of death.
Yes.
Catching feelings, never stumble, retracing my steps.
Mm.
I said, damn.
So it's we're Ross
God bless
fans.
the man
We're
that put
Ross
this ice
fans.
over, huh? Getting Tupac money twice over. Still a real nigga. Red Coogee sweater, dice roller. I said, damn.
Ross, we need a Maybach. We need what's the MMG album 4 because
Nah,
NMG.
what you talking about?
You talking
Not
about-
NMG. MMG.
we don't want that too. We don't want that either.
No, you know what? Because I'm gonna say,
Yeah, come drop us some beats, some
man,
courses.
hey, listen, you know him about that cognac he got. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been supporting nothing but black liquor. I'm not. No, I went back to Ciroc. I was like, oh,
I heard they got a black gun place.
yep.
So I'm
That's
gonna go
it.
there. That's where I'm
Yep.
gonna go get my license from.
For when I
I
cop
don't think you
back.
can get your license from there, but you can go get
Oh
trained
well,
there.
I'm gonna go get.
But you
trained
know what?
there.
You need
Shit.
to, and
Whatever I
that's
can get.
You talking about going to Twisters?
Is that what it's called?
nah, man. I wouldn't.
Twister got one.
Oh, you got one? No, it's just somebody else. I seen he got
Well,
one. Somebody put it
I
on
thought
Facebook.
you talking about you going to Twisters, bro.
No,
I
it's
think
a Twisters.
this
I
is
don't know.
Bridgeport.
Yeah.
This was-
Now let me ask you
Somebody put
something.
it
Legit ball and guns.
I don't think that's what it's called.
Hey, now that's the question to ask. Okay,
What?
with the FOIA thing, so I go online
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, they got my old application on there. I'm trying to update. I done gave y'all my new, you know what I'm saying, my new ID and all that. They still won't let the process go through. I'm gonna have to do a paper one, right? More than likely. Because when you go to Eagle,
When did you can you? Can you do it right now?
I don't know.
I know they had a delay going on.
You go on there, they're like, man, Miss Brown.
How did you submit your first one?
Oh, through the paper.
When did you submit it?
About 3 years ago.
And they
No, because I got denied because they was like, oh, you got 2 different addresses. So when you go online, I was like, yeah, when you go online, I'm like, this don't even look right. They won't even let you, they're like, oh, you got to go through this, go through that. So I'm like, man, this is something after the show we'll discuss. But what we're telling you all, though, is it's time for you guys to be concealed carry.
Yes, in
These-
Bridgeville.
These niggas is acting real.
It's good.
I was finna shoot somebody the other day if I had a gun.
Boy, listen.
I'm driving down the street, right?
Drive.
Got my baby in the back. We coming from the mall. So it's snowing. It's bad already. This motherfucking this raggedy ass Jordan Blazer from fucking 92. From 92.
The two though?
Playing, it was photo. Playing, just playing in the street. I'm like, why are you swerving? Like, they want to blow the horn at me. So I'm like, bitch, what the fuck is your problem? Like, all right, let me calm down, let her go. Cause I got my child in the car. So I let her go. I get on the side to try to go past. She swerving, that motherfucker called to me. I said, if I had a motherfucking gun, I will shoot through this bitch.
See,
Cause you doing too much right now.
That's what we trying to tell y'all. Don't
You know
do it
what I'm
like
saying?
that.
Nah, fuck that.
Because I know
Sometimes somebody gotta die. If I go, you got to go. Goddamn shit.
Let the gunshot look. I know, cause I felt trigger happy a couple of days ago. I felt that the way this morning. Like my neighbors, like dude next door for me was like, "Nah, hold on." He get out the car. Hold on, baby girl. You can't park right here. I said, "Who the fuck is you?" I said, "I live right here." Who is you? He said, "You ain't gonna let nobody get through." I said, "With who? With this big ass truck? That's what the F-250. I'm in my damn caravan. I'm in a damn cargo van, bro." I said, "You know what? I'm just gonna go around." I come back around. It's my next door neighbor. I'm like, I moved for this bitch. Man, I said, so they must have heard me. I said, ain't this about a bitch? I gotta move for this motherfucker. I said, I live here longer than them.
Why are you?
She went back. Move? So my sister was like, they said you can park your car right. I said, motherfucking right.
You shouldn't have moved.
No, because I was but the snow.
But you can't do nothing. It's the snow. Motherfuckers gotta realize that, like.
No, it's me because I do got multiple vehicles out there. So
niggas getting shot over these parking spots. You better relax.
Man, it's real. Like I saw a can of.
Some nigga got frozen pants.
Yeah.
And he put it out.
On the parking spot?
Yeah.
That shit real.
I get you keep him
He
in his car.
stood the pants up.
Yeah, he stood them up. They froze.
Oh, wow.
I think if he go park, he put him out of his
I
car.
gotta go see that. I did not see that.
Frozen pants, a nigga in Chicago.
I said, man, I don't have to deal with this shit. I said, you know what? Fuck this. I was going off. Man. But no, these niggas here, they'll make they stealing cars out of the Kia Hawkinson and Hawkinson.
I heard about that yesterday.
So I saw how it went down.
These niggas are savages.
Yeah, that's exactly what the white guy said on the news.
What you could have seen on the.
As I seen that, all I thought was Morgan Freeman talking in 21 Savage album.
He was like, this don't make no sense. He said they knew where to pick up the keys. He said they knew how to get them out.
Niggas was walking in there,
he said some of
scoping the place.
them was younger and couldn't drive. I said, see, now that's what happened at Hertz.
Yep.
Where it hurts when we, like, right when I get off from doing inventory.
It happened when you was there?
Hell no, because I probably would have told them what to pick for me. Get that.
Boy, Nikki boosting.
Oh, good ass.
Nikki,
Boy.
sometimes you got to be.
You remember More Money? That's Nikki, yeah.
I would
With them credit cards.
Man, best things.
So you
Life
did.
are
You
free.
did do the heist, is what you said.
No, I didn't. Don't listen to him.
Your GTA.
No, I'm because
Well, she'll get you the 30 million fast.
Like, look, they'll know when they coming in because they get to running fast.
They gonna have Nikki
Because
on the
the
next
kids.
game. Pick your heist member.
Nikki.
Not me, because I ain't
Choose wisely. Choose wisely.
Choose wisely.
That's going to be her name.
I got what you need.
Interrogate Nikki like
Come
on
get it
Menace
with me.
to Society.
Come get it with EDL. You want to clean your money? Come through NBC Transit.
You know what I'm saying?
So you definitely
I got two
bought the
businesses
beer
you can
at
put your money
12
Right.
o'clock.
No.
Yeah,
They going to call it
definitely
NBD
12.
Transit for
You know what I'm saying?
No, but they knew. I'm like, so I
Yeah,
come
that
back.
was a
You
crazy
can't,
story.
right? You can't come back and then the cars come back, right? They'll trash the cars. So then, sometimes the cars we'll find have blood and everything, and they've been shot up. So like, Nick, you gotta go in there and check the car. I said, not the fuck me. I'm not touching that
Hell
shit.
no.
Because
That's how they using them for, yeah, like you said.
but see, if you're smart, you can't do nothing once it comes in and get inventory. Goofballs, it's dead. It's dead already because once you inventory in, it's in the system.
Right.
So what y'all gonna do with these? What you gonna do with a Kia, bro? A Stingray,
Trying to do some hits and gone.
Optima. What you gonna do? Run into what? What you running into?
Kills and get out of there.
Shit, that's
That's all they
stupid.
want.
They even found Dominic Toretto to take that shit.
Man, who?
Hell if I know.
I'm
Man,
gonna drive over to 63rd and get the mops.
right. Let me go ahead and
But
get these
to
pop.
bring it back to music, we're gonna bring it back to music. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause we was on Ross. So if y'all haven't checked out Judas and the Black Messiah soundtrack,
Check it out.
I
It's
can't
nice.
just say the M's today. Shit. Make sure y'all check it out, man. I thought it was a good listen. I think all of these are good listens. I just haven't had a chance to listen to that Robin.
I'm going to hit that Lucky Day today.
Yeah.
get that Robin Thicke in on the drive tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
If I go.
Alrighty, so moving on from that, we're gonna talk about some Griselda linking with Travi, aka Travis Scott.
West Side, I saw that one.
Yes, sir. So
I know
West Side,
this Warren P's heart, didn't it, boy?
No,
man,
I think
this
it's gonna be-
didn't.
I think it's gonna be weak as hell.
How?
I cannot see West Side Loud Ass and Travis Scott on the same song.
West Side be doing shit with Wale.
I can see him with Wale, but with Travis Scott, no. I don't know what the fuck this finna be like. We'll see.
Let's go. I imagine
We
it's
will
have
see.
a lot of energy.
Yeah.
I would think though. I could be wrong because I'm trying to imagine a hype West Side, and I don't,
He gonna be a smooth.
always hype.
He gonna be him. But it's just the
But
beat
on a
and what
Travis
Travis
beat,
gonna do.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
That's the only thing.
how do you bring them worlds together? Is it gonna be West Side on a Travi beat or Travi on some
West Side can do some shit because if he go back to
It's
days
gonna have
of
to be a beat
rodeo,
flip.
if he go back to days of rodeo, he can do some shit.
So kind of like what they did with him and Drake in reference to Travis.
Yeah,
How they did that beat flip.
yeah, something like that. I'm in the kitchen rolling up the pull. Straight up.
You know what I'm saying? We on the watch for
That's all you
that.
finna hear.
West Side is doing his
Straight up.
supposed final album. They recording that right now, so we'll see, man. Looking forward to that.
Look, Travis, we waiting on you. Okay, is it Astroworld too? Cause
It's gonna be Astro.
It's like with
How
him
long
though,
has it been
Nigga
since
with
the
him,
last
it's
album?
like it's like every time he drop, I'm like, cause I'm still listening to trap. What's it?
Bees in the trap.
Bird? No, not
Brian-
Beats in the Trap.
Brian McKnight in the
Bird
Trap.
in the McKnight Trap, whatever it's called. I'm
Brian
still listening
McKnight
to
in the
that.
Trap.
The shit with
Because Kid Cudi was like-
Quavo?
Yeah,
no.
I'm talking about that album. I'm still listening to that whole album.
Well, that's the second album, wasn't it?
I think so.
Day,
Yeah.
night,
I'm still listening to that too. Like
day and
Travis
night.
Scott is a fucking legend,
Dude,
man.
when
He
he
makes
played with-
timeless
When
music.
he did that at the concert, my whole vest went off. I'm like, day and night. I was like,
Like that nigga, he learned from Kid Cudi, made his own twist and just kept going and like
yes.
that nigga did not
And
stop.
then music today, we would like to say happy anniversary to Saint Pablo, the life of Pablo. To me, it's a great album.
Yeah, we don't like to say that.
You like Kanye?
You like to say that.
That album was
Now-
raw.
now-
The only song I like
What
was
makes
No
Life
More.
of Pablo a
Ultra
great
Beam
album?
and
What?
No More Parties in L.A. Those the only
Nicky
ones I
came
like.
in here
on
speaking
that.
for everybody.
Right, you
Well,
so
he-
you so well,
Now,
man.
nigga.
Big said no, you like that album. I
Hey,
didn't like that
I
album.
did like that album, and I went and bought that album, and I seen him perform that album. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh,
Maybe
like-
that's why it
Yeah, I
resonates
ain't
with
like
you.
that album.
You crazy?
All I like is No More
When he
Parties in
did-
L.A. and Ultra Beam.
No,
I
man.
I like
two songs I like.
I like Real Friends off of there. I like
Yeah, Real
Rules.
Friends. Because of
I
Ty
I mean, there
Dolla
was some
Signs.
joints on there,
What
but
was
it
that?
just
30 hours. I like that.
That was because
Yeah.
of Ty Dolla Signs.
it was some joints, but it wasn't
Kick it with my real friend.
like nah.
It's only one song.
That was like the start of the end.
Yeah.
You crazy? That album.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it
You
was.
think about it, that
Because
Because when that
was
shit
the
came
start
out,
of the
and then he
decline.
kept changing it. Like, you would hear one week, it'd sound like this, and the next week, it'd be something else. Like, what the fuck? When did they add that?
Well, No More Parties in L.A. got played a lot.
That too.
That was
another
because
good
of
one.
Kendrick.
But then
Kendrick
he
killed
went,
that.
and then he went on that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all missed the old Kanye. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah,
was
he
like,
never brought him back either.
no,
He
something going on.
He just rapped that
I'm
shit.
gonna be honest. I like that album. When I seen him do what's that? When he was on, because he was on. He stayed on one thing this whole time, going back and forth.
Yeah, platform.
I was like, this nigga's amazing. And that's the next time I seen somebody was Travis Scott.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, when he was on the roller coaster, I said, you got on the roller coaster, nigga. And he took a fan with him. Really get on
His concert, I ain't gonna lie, that motherfucker one he did on Fortnite was just amazing to me. Man,
Yeah.
PJ sat there and watched that shit. I said,
Did you watch the what's my man name that did one? Anderson .Paak?
It was a regular concert.
It was a regular
It
concert?
wasn't nothing like Travis Scott.
Oh, I thought his was.
I thought it was gonna be like, yeah, nah, it was Travis Scott, the only nigga that did that.
Yeah.
Like,
I liked that whole damn album. The only song I didn't like was Wolves. You know what I'm saying? Even Faded. Like, you know what I'm saying? Of course, Chicago. We
I think
like,
it was good, yeah, because of that. Like
right,
you said,
we
'cause
from
of
Chicago,
Right.
but
And that
you know what I'm saying?
resonates.
And then the song he
It
had
was
with Rihanna.
cool. It just wasn't. I'm not gonna sit and act like it was a classic and nothing. It wasn't no classic.
Then when he went into how, you know, say how Designer got his part. That's just, you had
The
to
Bros
really-
and the Love.
right, when you gotta see Kanye, when then I think also too what resonate when I finally got him to see when he did Blood on the Leaves. My bad.
That was on the.
I know, but I'm just saying when you see him finally perform.
I hated that album too. That album.
Well,
I love that album.
Skinhead album.
Yeah,
That was raw. That's why I liked
What was
it.
that one called?
It was like some black skinhead shit. But what? Yeezus. That was Yeezus.
No,
That was like some real. That was some real black '90s.
Blood on the
To be
leaves.
honest
You know,
with you,
Black-
My Dark Twisted Fantasy was the beginning of the end for me.
You crazy?
I love that one.
That was the greatest
But-
album
but-
ever.
That was a masterpiece.
that might be mine.
When that nigga came on that stage, said,
That might be my top one from him.
Yes, I said.
Graduation for me, but
No. I'm like, everybody love.
"Look at you."
You know, drop out and they love late registration. If we could put them in order, I'm gonna put My Dark Twisted Fantasy. I'll put late registration. Then I'll put The Life of Saint Pablo.
Life Pop.
Life of Pablo, you know what I'm talking about, Ye. Shit, the real Ye. Then I'll put in College Dropout, and then I'll put in Graduation. I'm not gonna. I mean, but Jesus
Mine is
did
backwards.
an honorable mention because I love Blood on the Leaves so much because it resonates to certain shit we going on right now.
Right.
He talked about layaway. He talked about the shit that we know we can't have. He been talking about
But
this
yeah, I'm
shit.
about to say he
When
was
I was-
in College Dropout.
When I was downtown, that motherfucker came up on them two water things, and that motherfucking face came up and he was rapping. I said, "What the fuck is going on?" I thought the world was gonna end. Some shit. I said, "This nigga came on here speaking of the world." I said, "Wow." But yeah, that was.
I think Kanye is another one of them artists that when he come on, people take it as gospel.
Yeah.
I'm good.
He's a cult. He's really a fucking cult person.
I could agree with you that he definitely has reached that zenith where
He's a
people
cult.
Yeah, but I wasn't finna vote for him. No, hell no.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna do all
They
that.
lost me with that shit. Miles was like, I was finna vote for Ye. Oh, okay.
I wasn't gonna do all
Because
that.
I wasn't even gonna buy. The only thing I wish I could have bought from Ye was when you go on Alibaba, that he had like a coldest like little shirts to wear. I was looking forward to wear to the concert and shit, but
That's why I say shit like that loses me. You be all this type of person, but your socks is $300. Like, nah,
that's a lot of
nigga,
these motherfuckers. So
you do
shit.
too much.
Vote for me, 2020.
Right.
Birthday party.
Vote for you to get the fuck out of here, nigga.
Man.
All right, so from one producer, we're gonna talk about another producer.
Mm-hmm.
And the shorty's come up because she went from Lil Fizz to the DRE.
Well, that's probably why he ain't got that damn heart attack. Some shit. She over there. She like, damn, the head game from a black
damn,
woman
she
is
was-
all amazing. He,
So
he ain't been
Dr.
black.
Dre is
Young girl, fuck
apparently,
me like that.
is apparently dating
I need a doctor.
one April Jones, also known as Omarion's baby mama,
Open up.
and Lil Fizz's ex.
Yeah, Omarion just look at you, bitch. You went to my best friend to an old nigga. You fucked up. He's just sitting back looking like you fucked up.
No, she went to a rich nigga.
He rich.
I mean, don't get no
I mean, Dre know what she want. Long
He
as
ain't
Dre,
richer than Dre.
long as
But
Dre
see, think
hitting
about-
that throat.
Right.
He don't give a fuck. Yeah, go ahead,
He
take
said,
that.
look, he like, man, I went from that white woman to this black woman. Get all this. Oh, I didn't know she was
As long as
like
you hit that
that.
throat till you tired.
She over there getting all the weed good.
And so it makes sense now. It's like, okay, this is why April was talking all that shit. Because she was talking just so much shit on IG. And it's like, yo, you somebody baby mama. Like, you on here spitting this like you just got it. And
She
now,
does.
she does. It, unbeknownst to us, she got it.
What is she saying? I don't pay attention to these hoes, so
Yeah.
That's what's talking around. I used to follow April, you know.
We can tell.
Pretty
y'all
young
sending
thing.
this. I get it sent in the group chat. I'll double tap, and I ain't following you.
You know,
Follow you,
just
man.
like, yeah, she was just talking about
She over there saying ring ding dong.
Definitely singing
That
that.
nigga Dre keep the heads ringing. Ring, ring a ding. Hey you! Yeah, better get up out your chair.
That's right. You know what I'm saying?
And break it back.
All I
Dre.
really want is
Like,
She
do you
got
call
bad
him Dr.
intentions
Dre?
like a bug.
right.
Do you call him Dre or do you call him Andre? Like, that's
She
what I
like,
learned.
man, you
I
can
call
go.
him doctor.
She call him
You know what I'm
doctor.
Boy, in the throat, he like
Doctor,
this.
I'm sick.
Take
Dre like, I'm gonna go ahead and remix that throat baby and put you on there.
it. Explosive.
Be careful.
Nigga smoking
careful,
cognac,
doctor.
man.
Be
Hit you with
careful.
this aftermath.
Oh,
maybe in
my
I'm
the
finna go play that.
Oh, my real bitch.
Aftermath has the last laugh.
All my real dogs still smoking with me. I'm gonna play that shit in the car.
Dre don't never
Love
love
these
those
hoes for
hoes.
me. That nigga finna pay her and have a good
No,
time.
Dre was lying because he definitely yeah.
Oh,
So, from one West Coast legend to the next, Ice Cube announced on Friday, you know, he entered the cannabis field like Hove and Lil Wayne.
which one of
And
these
now he
niggas
got
make-
his own strand called Friday Kush.
I
So-
wish one of these niggas make a video game. Shit.
Okay. What's going on with the black political party? We talking about all the other stuff you was talking about.
Gotta get high first.
Right. So
That's where all the thought process comes.
Right, that's where it come from, nigga.
Stimulated, nigga. Get
Oh,
that.
They
fuck
doing
the
it.
stuff
And it
like
might
that.
be in the basement. They doing it. It might be underground now. We
Hell
gotta
no.
we gotta get back to being
So
quiet
you
for a
gotta think about
second.
it. So I mean, cause you gotta think about it. Wiz Khalifa in the game. Them niggas is like vets in that weed game and all that other kind.
Let them niggas take over.
Right. I'm like, damn. You got Drake. You got. So you like, man, who we go? I'm
Who the hell
smoke.
taught you to smoke
Who like?
trees?
Well, now I'm looking at Hove. Like Hove over there looking like older version of motherfucking J. Cole out of here with.
I don't know what Jay-Z be doing.
With what's that Basquiat?
Right, he got the Basquiat.
Like, what you got the
Basquiat
Basquiat
look.
going on? Like, bro, go back to the low fade. Like,
The low
He
fade
bossy.
is gone. I don't think that's
To be honest,
ever
you
coming
too old to be wearing that shit.
back.
yeah,
What, a low
man.
fade? Yeah.
No, that.
That wasn't
That
that
Basquiat.
jumbo
I
on
think
his
he doing
head.
it.
You too old to be wearing low fade too.
No, shit, just put the dad hat on
What
and
he
keep it
tell
moving.
Get
homeboy?
a
He
man
was back
haircut.
in
So get a
Tesla.
bull
No,
boy
this is mauve. This ain't pink. This mauve.
Oh yeah, this is mauve. That's how you
Right.
do it though. That's why I know what he doing. It's like his black hair. Let my black hair grow. That's what it is.
You should have did that.
Ain't no cutting. Yeah, what's the name? What they say? Jesus didn't supposed to cut your hair.
Absolutely.
That's why look at me. I had to cut mine because I had reasons.
Mine because it didn't grow in certain places.
My linings was gone.
Hey,
So,
so once mine getting there, it should go too. Hopefully, it don't
So if you
happen.
happen to be in the LA
You see what I'm
area,
saying?
Arizona,
Keep them juices
Nevada, go ahead and check you some Friday Kush out. You know what
See,
I'm
he
talking
went to Nevada. Everybody going in.
about? I think he's in Oregon too.
See, that's
Those
what
I wanna
are
go
all
out there.
Areas though. You
We
know what
know.
I'm
I
saying?
want to go like Seattle, Oregon. Just chill out.
Yeah, I'm
Hey,
playing
I'll
a
be
trip
out
to
there.
Seattle for sure.
Seattle would be lovely.
Yeah,
Portland, go to
definitely gonna be out
Portlandia.
there. Go out there and see my people in Portland. Keep it real, man. Big Jeff, Big Cliff. They out.
I'm trying to go see Damian Lillard myself.
Really.
I ain't trying to see no niggas.
I got some people out there. They
This
like.
is some IG models. I hit them up.
There's some IG models in Oregon.
I don't know if it is.
But you know what? I mean,
One.
You know what, B? Send it to me so I can go.
All right, man. Rounding out music news, though. February 20th, they are going to be doing a Black History Month music special on iHeartRadio. Just to name a couple of people that's going to be participating. Roddy Ricch, 21 Savage,
Hey.
Janae Aiko, and I'm trying to see who else I missed out.
probably her.
Probably her. I think her was. Shout out to her. Did great.
With the
at
new
Super Bowl.
4G's on the Jeep.
I like her. Her, she's, you know.
She's magnificent. Love her.
We look.
That's hey, just leave
She
it like
is.
that. Magnificent.
Hey, shout out to Forever 21 too. I was in the mall the other day trying to look at the They got a black section for Black History Month. A bunch of black creators and shit made shirts.
Oh, that's where you're taking it. I didn't know where you was going with that.
Oh no, they got a bunch of nice shirts. And I'm trying to, a lot of shout out to Forever 21 for that one. That was nice.
Take these damn sunglasses. Take these sunglasses off.
Well, you can't see shit.
Denzel snatched them off. Like, take the sunglasses off.
Hey, where you get them glasses from? Take them fucking glasses off. That nigga was mad as hell. Like, I'm trying to look cool.
Right.
But yeah.
Block that shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Alpaca, baby.
Okay.
You gotta
So-
pack that shit.
Nikki, we know you haven't watched this.
Okay, so I talked to my sister about it.
Mm.
So my sister,
She an expert.
no, Rachel cannot be an expert on love
Why?
because none of us in the function of my
I talked
house.
to your sister about this too, actually.
You really?
I did.
What did she say?
She slid my DM about the movie.
About the movie.
Right.
Really?
We talked about it.
Yeah,
Good,
that's all.
good. That's
Had a
what's up.
conversation.
What's going on, Miss
Nothing.
Rachel?
I don't agree with what she had to say.
You did? Cause she's young, she don't know.
Me, Rach
but a
has them Zendaya
conversation.
vibes in this movie. Like,
She does, cause I done heard her argue with a dude. I'm like, you ain't gotta do all
That
that.
motherfucker was crackhead, wasn't she?
No,
So you say you haven't seen
No,
it,
no.
Nikki?
I haven't
Nikki
seen
hasn't
it.
seen it.
I haven't seen it for a certain reason, not because I've been at work, been on the road, but I know for a fact certain it's probably gonna come up because some women we do have toxicity motives and times when we start shit for no reason.
Now check this out.
Why? Because it turned y'all on?
Nigga, can't he said
I just want to that was a quick answer. That's all.
no
Yes.
Okay.
Both of them niggas was toxic as hell.
towards each other? Yes,
That
Absolutely.
nigga treated the shit out of her.
And
some shit you do.
I think he was more so toxic than her. Reason being is, you have this beautiful woman, you know what I'm saying? And that's probably, I'm probably biased right now.
I was gonna say,
Well,
because
that's-
Let me just shut up.
I'm gonna say, is it because it said damn me?
Probably is, you know.
He said, if you take his filthy hands off my woman.
He said it. He said it in the
goddamn
text
hand.
message.
Yeah, he did coochie though, didn't
like on Last Dragon.
Within
Get
the
your
first
hands
three,
off my woman.
when it, yeah.
he? You gotta watch it.
Hey, low key, I was Richie in that movie. Get your hands off of him.
You know what I'm saying?
He ass got thrown on that motherfucker.
Hey, B did say that.
He got thrown on that
Hey,
fire
B
then.
did say it in the damn message. She
If
was
I
like,
get tied
oh
up,
my
I'm getting out
God.
that rope.
He said, that's my woman, y'all. He said, that's
I
my
said,
woman.
who the fuck breaks dance on a rope? that nigga Rich.
Right.
Threw his ass on that fire extinguisher.
Not a
That's directing
cornball.
your
It's my
pizza.
brother.
So Daddy
He's the
Green
real
pizza. All right, so back to the movie.
Right.
I really didn't like the movie. And it's not because, you know, of obvious reasons, but I just thought it was,
It was getting they acting on me.
it should have been a play.
Yeah, that's what I think. That's what
It
it was.
is a
wasn't it?
play.
It is.
I don't think it is, but it should have
Yeah,
been.
that's what it. Yeah, that's what it basically is.
It was just dialogue the whole
Yeah.
time.
It's a straight argument. Let's get our acting on. See who can get here. It's not a movie to be. Oh yeah, I can watch that a million times.
But
You know,
I
the
get
art
it.
in it is good.
I get it because of COVID. You couldn't have plays, so
Right.
they probably just recorded the play and made it a movie.
Hey, you're
so
right. You're right.
I understand
That's a
it.
good idea.
I like the styling of it. I think the black and white brought another element to it. Like if this was in color, I don't think it would have hit. It would have
No,
resonated in the way that it did for me.
But because it was black and white, it showed kind of grainy.
Yeah, and I don't know if that
like
was
that.
on purpose or.
That's because it was black and white.
I think it was a
I think.
movie that you didn't have to focus on the movie. You can walk away as long as you hear it. You know, you still get what's going on.
Did you have a part in there that you liked? I like when they was in the bathtub. He was giving her ass the
He
business.
served her up in the bag,
Yeah, he did. He did.
and not in a good way. He dissected her like, oh,
I thought that was the end of the movie.
Right.
I thought she
Right.
was going.
That's
it.
Now it did show a little bit of range because, like, you know, if you know anything about Zendaya, she was on like Disney Channel. You know, that's where she started from. She was on a show on there, and then, you know, we've seen her. But I've also heard that she does like a great job on this show called Euphoria.
My God.
I never seen it.
She's a
I
good
can't-
drug addict on
Yeah, I
there.
can't watch that shit, man.
She's a
Trying to
good
what? Because I own
I
drugs.
watched one episode. I couldn't do it.
dude. She was like, that
It
is
was too
so.
much. It was too heavy.
It is. It started off you like this, so you would like, she, you know, saying they found her, like her sister's like, we found you, almost dead. Then her drug dealer like, dude, I don't think I want to sell you no more drugs. She like, well, just do it anyway. You know what I'm saying? But it was, it's
Playing
more,
that shit too good. Too.
yeah, like you know she don't. Nah, I don't think she do it. She's
That's the
into
thing. I don't think she does it, but she knows a lot about it.
because you got to think about the characters and what you never know what happened on Disney. A lot of them Disney characters go through a lot of shit.
We're actors.
Actors,
She's,
actors.
but a lot. That's like it's almost like a typecast for her. Like she does a lot of emo shit.
Emotional.
Yeah.
She might be an emotional.
Even
too.
in Spider-Man, she was just kind of
She's like
distant.
an emo Mary Jane. No, she wasn't Mary Jane, was
Yeah, she's married.
she? She is Mary Jane, yeah, right.
Talk
She
about
was MJ. I don't think she was Mary Jane.
Oh, yeah, she could be.
No, she's in Mary Jane.
She could,
In one of them.
she could be Mary Jane with an R-Y.
But so,
Oh.
but you
Marijuana.
saying that about her portrayal in Euphoria? This is the producer. One of the producers of this movie was one of the people. He actually wrote this movie too, from Euphoria.
Really?
Yeah.
The
And-
director, the white dude?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the white guy.
That's funny.
And Kid Cudi was the executive producer.
Yeah.
So super duper emo people involved in this project. So it's not a surprise that it had that.
You know what?
tone
You're
and that
right,
context
Jim.
to
You're
it.
right.
Yeah, I mean, you know, and a
They
lot of
look
people,
at it that way.
a lot of people has been like, you know, a lot of women like, oh man, we don't act like that. Speaking for myself, I can't speak for every woman. We do have that time where you need to just learn how to walk away.
But you know,
And-
I want you to see the movie.
You know, and then also to it, like B said, once I watch it and everything like that, I'm gonna break down the process of
Right.
how she was towards him. And then what my sister was saying is that she just wanted him to thank her.
I was going to say that the movie was all about a thank you. But it was like to a man, nigga, we not there no more, so ain't no point in me saying
It
thank
wasn't that because a thank you.
That's what
Yeah,
it was
I
about.
feel like it was more to it than that. I mean,
I think it was about a thank you. And
That-
then
that's-
when
that's
I heard
what
from
it
other
was on the
women, that's what
surface.
they were saying. a
That's
thank
what
you.
Rachel
But on the
Paulson-
surface-
But that's what they heard. From
yeah.
it.
That's
I
why I'm
was
saying
saying
women
that's
got a different
You
look
have
than
to
we
you got to
do.
take out the context of us being a woman and just be somebody that's watching a movie and then come back and look at it. Because from being and doing toxicity shit that we do. Both parties do toxicity shit in relationships. You know what I'm saying? And as a woman, there's times where you be like, man, you be like, what's going on? You keep asking the same question. Motherfucker, didn't I tell you, leave me the fuck alone? That's when you need to learn how to just like, this nigga, something ain't right with this nigga today. Let me go on in there. Or whatever. Pay attention to the signs of the man that you dealt with. And also, this is his love day. Show accountability. Argument I had, which was a very toxicity argument, exposed me for who I was and made me show accountability of what I haven't done in almost 10 years of not accepting accountability of the things I've done. So women, if we accept some of the stuff that we done, then maybe you'll be able to see a little bit clearly on how you can become a better, it may not be a mate to him or to a better person to yourself, period, first before you can become a mate to him. You know what I'm saying? Before you can say, I deserve the ring. Because once you deserve a ring, it's a different thing. It's a bond between you, him, and God that nobody can break. Because I get married, shit, and he cheat. We just gonna be two cheating motherfuckers. There's too much money involved.
I know a lot of people that's getting divorced right now, but
yes, man, I was gonna talk about that.
Back to the movie though.
I know a lot of motherfuckers about to get divorced. Man. Hey, so call B because B said he on the prowl.
Nah, because a lot of these people are my friends, but
don't do that, y'all.
Yeah. But back to the movie.
Shut up.
What was toxic on her behalf, and this might seem funny, but like this is the biggest night of his career. Like he just premiered his movie. You know, he had the
rave reviews.
Rave reviews. They get back to the crib, and what she do? She go in there and cook this nigga some Easy Mac. That's your celebration dinner?
She was mad.
Kraft mac and cheese.
Do y'all brothers eat Easy Mac?
Hell no.
No, I don't think I ever made my man no damn Easy Mac.
Hell no.
I don't even know how to make
I've never eaten Easy Mac ever.
You gotta remember what they, like you said, they emo. So they
gave him a whole
bowl.
No.
That's the white side of it.
And he was maxing.
Gave him an entree.
He was eating shit
Mac.
out that Easy Mac.
One more time. I wondering and all.
It went outside smoking.
Well, maybe that was a reference to good pussy. I don't know. It's macaroni.
Wait, okay, so wait. Now she put the correlation. I've been seeing it. I saw it on the commercial and I saw it on there too. The butter on the macaroni. Have y'all ever done that?
Butter on macaroni?
No. When you buy from when you work we was poor, so we'd get that box from what's that, Aldi's, and you have to do it like that in that little
macaronis.
You know what I'm saying? We had to do it like that.
With the butter?
Yeah, you got to put the butter,
to make it more cheesy.
Right, and then you got the little powder, you got to add a little bit of milk, and you know what I'm saying? You got to hook it up. Shit, and I was like, man, who going to eat that shit? Not me. I'm like, shit, I'm lactose intolerant. I'm like,
sound like prison food.
You like, mama, you going to eat this? Not me. Shit.
That shit coming out of a
That's
dark
why
brown can.
I am so fucking particular.
Should say mac and cheese on the
I'm
can.
particular about my food. Like,
that's how that shit was back in the day, though, when they used to have you them food stamps. They had a big brown ass box.
Yeah.
They wasn't getting none of that premium
potatoes,
shit now.
nigga.
Right.
Nigga.
And price didn't even have a name. You just got to fill the bag to see what's in there.
Man, hold on.
I think these rocks.
We used to have to make peanut butter and jelly sandwich with the peanut butter in the can with the oil on that shit. I said, man,
you trying to
who
stir?
gonna eat this shit?
They got the oil drip.
Yeah, and then a can of ham would come just like that with the oil on that shit.
Like this.
I said, when I think I prayed one night. I said, God, I get money. I'm never eating like this. I hate cornflakes to this day.
Why?
Because that's the poet's shit you can eat.
Cornflakes is good for your body.
We talk about the cornflakes in the white box that say cornflakes.
Cut the strawberries up and throw them in there?
No, nigga,
that's instant soggy.
Man, then you got the canned milk.
The milk hit that shit, forget about it.
That's how you look.
If you don't eat that shit in 30 seconds, it's a wrap.
Then we grew up with our pops. Not the real father, the cereal pops. Gotta get my pops.
I used to be like this. She like, I know. My brother told on us. I pour that shit down the toilet. I said, Mama, gone. The boy, and then the cornflakes started floating. I said, that's bitch. I said, we gonna get a woman.
That's good. I ate all my Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
I said, we gonna get a woman.
The taste that you can see.
Man, that canned milk, you had to make the
trash, bro. Them eggs, them powdered eggs.
Oh, man.
You gotta have powdered eggs.
Powdered eggs.
Damn, B, we was thankful.
Powdered milk, yeah.
No, we had that shit too.
Oh, I ain't never
Look,
had
I was like this.
Nigga, the Busta Rhymes song, Been Through the Storm, comes to mind. Saying that shit.
Boy, you be
I
like
mean, if
this.
they had it, I ain't never seen it. I don't know.
That canned milk, you gotta make with some cold water, you be like this.
But Malcolm and Marie, you know, bring it back to that.
Black History Moments at its best.
You know,
That ain't a black
if you want to watch,
What about pork and beans and hot dogs?
you want to watch two people have an argument. I guess show some
Cut that
acting
on.
range for an hour and a half.
Eat
Cut it
mac
on.
and cheese.
Eat some mac
Kraft
and cheese.
mac and cheese.
You know,
Ain't
and
that ass,
you know,
She says you gave a nigga a fried bologna sandwich or
I
something.
think he ate that.
At least that would
I
have
mean,
took some effort.
you know, art imitating life.
He smelled it.
Because he was definitely on them cheeks.
He was a Cuba right there.
Yeah, that was within the first 5 minutes. I'm like,
Right,
hey,
yeah, right.
Girl, that's what I said. Whoa, they finna
They
hold
said-
up. Hey, if she dripped, then goddamn, it's a porno. If I come out that nigga beard wet, it's a porno.
It might have been wet.
They like, cut.
Nigga, what are you
Look, hey,
doing?
look, why be face like that? Because you know how you feel about it.
He was mad.
was mad at us, like,
That's how I was
no,
looking when I was watching it.
like, this nigga,
Bitch ass. This bitch ass
Hey,
nigga.
because they said,
I had to pause it and gather myself.
He
So
sounds
they-
just
but
like
they
his
did-
daddy though, don't he?
You said what?
He sounds just like his dad, don't he?
Yeah.
look, but they said that it was an intensity between them two on that.
They probably
He
fucked.
had a mouthful.
That nigga had that nigga.
If I see that part, I'm gonna be like,
That
no
nigga
more
was-
parties in LA.
The fuck?
I'm like, I'm like,
I love you.
I'm like, John David.
It was Cuddy like, yeah, get into it.
Right.
He
He
said,
said,
"Eat
eat that
that."
pussy, nigga.
That's how they said
Mr.
Billy,
Ranger.
Billy Bob was with Halle. Shit.
Oh yeah. No, they was fucking though,
Yeah,
wasn't
he
it?
knocked. He knocked.
But I'm saying, when they fucking at that
That's what
time?
they said.
No.
Oh no, outside of the movie, I don't
Yeah.
know. But in that movie, he definitely did.
He's fucking. I don't know. He was fucked Halle Berry around that time.
No,
You sure?
no, he was still with Angelique Jolie,
Well, he
right?
fucked.
He
Yeah.
was with her at that
I
time.
think Halle a toxic motherfucker. She probably said, "Put the
Absolutely.
nigga Billy said, "Alright."
Man, when she said that, I would have,
Right.
man, you
You
never
get the Oscar on
know.
this one.
When she
Make
said,
us look real.
she said, make me
Man.
feel good. I done, you know, heard a woman say that to you before.
I did.
You gonna go deep,
Billy took that to heart. He said, all right.
I heard you know my spot.
man.
So if y'all
Billy
like-
Bob
That's
Thornton.
some toxic shit. There.
What?
Billy
Man.
Bob Thornton.
Your
Motherfucker say you know
son
my
just
spot.
died like an hour ago, and you let my man go balls deep
Oh.
in that.
Talk from
Monsters Ball, yeah.
Man, she
Cause
Billy
they be sad, you
A
know.
legend, boy.
You be horny and sad.
This mug did him.
What happened?
Billy
Hey,
Bob.
Billy Bob always got some ass in the movie.
He
Man,
did. He had.
Except Batson. No, he fucking the
No,
man
not-
too.
no, he ain't.
Got
Absolutely.
me or something.
He
in
didn't
the
fuck
dressing
no
room,
Friday
man.
Night Lights.
No, I said bad.
That's
Friday night.
the only. Well,
He probably fucked and walked in his
that
office.
probably was the only clean cut movie he was in. Shit.
Because he was like, God damn it.
He was finna get some
he
pussy.
probably looked at the script, so I don't get ass in this.
Right.
We gonna see how this works,
He got
guys.
some status. He made sure he
You
had
no
a sex
bill,
scene.
nothing. Okay,
No
Right.
sex scene in there, but no, keep it going.
He was like, God
So
damn it.
I don't see the section. I don't get
I
You're
ass.
right.
don't get
Well,
nothing.
this
Put
ain't
that
a
in
grade
his
A
contract.
performance, then you know why.
Billy, it's a PG-13 movie. I don't give a damn.
Well, can I get ass?
Somebody can suck my dick.
You know
Can
what
I
I'm saying?
get ass on the credits?
Alright, man.
Sit in the credits,
Okay,
in the
so-
blooper reel.
Choose wisely. Probably go get quiet on this pod because that's what we do
Mm-hmm.
when we get into our little nerd bag. Zack Snyder released the trailer finally for Justice League, and we know it's coming out on March 18th on HBO Max.
That's not that far away. We was
That's what
expecting
next.
June.
Oh,
right?
March
Yeah,
18th.
yeah.
I'm saying this next week, eh? March 18th.
March 18th. So we got another month.
Got a solid month, but that's closer than June.
Yeah.
So I looked at the trailer. Dark Side looks great.
I didn't look at the trailer.
It's a good
I'm waiting
movie.
for the movie.
It's a good looking movie.
So here's a little fact. I looked on Google. They said Thanos was actually based off of Dark Side.
Really?
Yeah.
I wouldn't be
Dark Side
surprised.
appeared in DC Comics, and then like 2 years later, they came up with Thanos over there in Marvel. So I had to because
This movie has to be good because
has to be.
you had 3 years after you seen what unfolded in the Marvel universe to get your shit together.
I just don't know what DC's doing. That's the only thing. I think there'll be a good movie, but it's like, is it going to be a rollout to the next thing, Because it's like, it's hard. DC got great TV fucking shows, but they movies ain't a hit to me no more. It's like Aqua Boogie Man, like that shit was weak as hell. I didn't like that.
didn't really care for Wonder Woman.
No, I liked Wonder Woman.
You like the Wonder Woman?
That's
You
it.
like the second one?
I like the
That's what
second one
I'm
too.
talking about,
I
the
didn't
second
care for the second one.
I did the second one. I care for the first one more, but yeah, I was down with the
I gotta
second
go
one.
back to that.
I like Suicide Squad, and I think the only reason why I like that because I was always a kid who liked movies that pop, like Will Smith as this guy, and then show him. I always like shit like that.
I didn't like the movie, but I liked how it was shot. I liked
Yeah.
the hue. Of
That's
everything.
what makes me get into it.
It was cool. I like that little pinkish hue that they had.
So I know y'all ain't crazy about trailers, but I think that Joker scene is gonna appear.
I watched it. What
did?
did you? What?
I think that's like in that alternate, like Batman. You know what I'm
think
saying?
so?
I think it's in that portion because they got him with the hair,
Right.
And that made me kind of think about Batman Beyond. That's the only time he had the long hair.
Long hair.
Yeah, Joker.
So that means
Another Batman movie.
Flash gonna be running in time and go back to some other shit.
Exactly.
Because to me, it looked like it was a dream too.
I think there was that dream sequence Bruce was having.
Oh, okay.
When Superman basically had took over or
Right,
whatever,
right.
and was like a terrorist. But I don't know, man. It looked like he got all of the. It's one of the things where it's gonna be a huge disappointment if this doesn't work.
Right.
If this was his originally intended vision of it.
I wanted to ask y'all this: when they called it Zack Snyder's Justice League, does this mean somebody else can grab this shit and do it too,
What you mean?
or does he own it?
What you mean?
Like how they call it Zack Snyder's Justice, like how they did
He
Joker.
He
Basically,
directed it though.
I know, but I'm saying, why do they? Does this seems like to me it can also be another one made like how they did
I think
the Joker movie.
This was supposed to be the way he originally wanted to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not 100% sure, but I believe that's what they were saying. This is the way he originally cut the movie.
This is his cut.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
so this is basically a remake of the Justice League that came out before.
pretty much, but it got some extended and added scenes in there.
Okay.
So you're gonna have some of the same stuff in there, and then you're gonna have some added stuff.
Because I never even watched the other Justice League.
extended stuff that should
Man,
have been
that
in
was
there, but
just
they cut it out.
good.
I didn't mind. I thought it was alright.
I'm gonna watch it.
It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't great.
It had its thing. It had its moments, but it was like, this could have been better. So hopefully this like B said, with this extension on certain scenes and the new scenes that were intended to be in the film that they cut out.
The problem is they introduced you to the big problem instead of introducing you to the characters like Marvel did.
Yeah,
Right.
and that's what they should have done. Like,
They did it backwards.
yeah, they was like, here you go, we're gonna just do the Avengers. Like, nah, that ain't the way you do that. You got to give us these origin stories, reintroduce us to these people. You know what I'm saying, and bring them together like how we got the Avengers. But it was 10 years worth of work Marvel did. It wasn't like they just threw that on the table out of nowhere. So.
Right. Okay.
So that was that. WandaVision.
I love it. Like I said before we started, this is the best. If when it comes to the awards and shit, the best show of the year, this would be the show of the year for me. I love how they got that old sitcom shit, 90s, 50s, 60s, and they putting it in there, and it's showing what she likes, and then they bring you the real shit, what's going on, and how they seeing it. It's going back and forth. I really, really like that, and it's so. What the fuck is happening next? 'Cause I don't know shit about WandaVision, and I don't know if this is even in a comic book, or they just making up their own shit. And it's like if they are, they doing superb with it. Like, you taking some shit that Wanda done made and put together. How the fuck is she doing this? Where's this coming from? And it's just drag you to the next. Every episode is like leading you on. Like, oh fuck, I can't wait till next Friday.
Yeah.
So they doing this is real good.
What's
I
the
really
next
like
show
it.
that they got coming out? Is it Falcon and Winter
I
Soldier?
think Falcon
Yeah.
and Winter Soldier's next. But
And that's next month.
yeah,
Yeah.
That looks good.
it
Yeah,
does.
it do.
Saw the trailer for that.
It do.
Super Bowl. It looked good.
I was so glad when I got past. Like 4 is when it started. Episode 4 is when
Yeah,
it
we'll
started
start
making
kicking
sense.
in.
Because I was so lost, just like, all right, why are we doing this sitcom presentation? And then, they start unveiling things, and it's like, oh.
And it had growing. Each episode is
And it's
growing.
like, this is where we're going with this. And
Right.
then, we had the surprise at the end of episode 5. And it's like, oh, we finna introduce them now.
And that's what I don't like.
I'll be watching.
But
5
wait
and
till you
6
see
tonight.
Yeah.
6?
Okay,
The
make sure we
6
was in
is so many
I
Easter
ain't watched
eggs
6
thrown
yet.
out there. Like, I love how they do the Easter eggs in that one. But it's like, damn, when I saw the end of episode 5, I said, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, why we can't get it? But I guess this is... And then it makes me think, paper, who has a better face?
Well, that, I don't know if it's necessarily that, but, the other one, and he ain't watched it yet, so I'm not going to even go down that road. We'll text back.
Right.
But I like that they doing that, because now it's like, all right, this is how we going to introduce, and it's like, oh, well, damn, all right. Are they part of that? You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
Or
well,
this?
answer this, Tim. Is that the same time?
That's what I'm saying. Like I don't know.
That's what I was lost
If
at.
we bringing them in, are they supposed to be parallel universe?
Right.
Or,
That's the
you know,
only reason why
yeah.
I was lost. Like, what the fuck
Yeah.
is going on?
But I really like where it's going now. So like,
And
once
you
we
said
get to
you
the
saw
crib-
6?
I haven't watched
Once you
6
see
yet.
the end of 6.
So I'm definitely waiting to hit the crib and hit the play button on that. All right. So now, before we get to our big, conversation, just want to briefly bring up, because, Donald Glover's my main man, bringing back with Phoebe Waller-Bridge, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, on Amazon Prime, making a series out of it.
I can see that.
I don't know.
So if you haven't seen Mr. and Mrs. Smith
It was a
prior, it was Angelina Jolie, Brad Pitt. This is like at the height
CIA
of their marriage.
couple, right?
They was assassins.
I said, okay. it was
And
a-
then they, the agencies basically booked each other to kill each other.
Right.
But they didn't know they were assassins in the same house.
Okay.
So,
He's not
So
gonna
this is
star
a
in it,
series. I wonder how this long in the series.
yeah,
gonna be.
Childish is starring in here. So I don't know. I mean, maybe a miniseries. I think there's a lot of miniseries going on.
I'm gonna be one of them good miniseries though.
Like Your Honor.
Yeah, like how this shit going on.
Lovecraft. Like
Right.
you told me that. Man, I was
I'm
so
still
for
mad
it
that it's a
until season
miniseries.
2.
I'm still mad that
Man.
it's a miniseries. Shit, like, it's
So
good
we-
though
we-
because it's something
we-
to make you watch
Yeah,
again.
we in this era where they releasing these miniseries and they're pretty good.
Yeah.
There was another one that was on HBO. I haven't watched yet. I can't think of the name of it, but they got a couple of them too.
Y'all enjoy The Equalizer?
I haven't
It
watched it
wasn't
yet, but I
bad.
heard it
I haven't
was good. You
seen
said it was
it
good?
yet.
It wasn't bad. She just moved a little slow.
Now, is you saying that just because you're a Queen Latifah fan?
No. I'm not saying because I just took it out to be unbiased. But yeah, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, I
She
heard it
was
was
moving a little
good.
slow. She was just
She's 60.
she
old.
ain't 60.
Well, I think it's about 60. She's not about 60
She
yet.
about 50, ain't
she
she?
just turned 50, G.
Damn, I thought she was about 60.
Damn, P, you done gave me
Either
10
way,
extra
she
years,
50
man.
and she's a big girl. I mean, she ain't in
She
shape
ain't
like she
never-
used to be.
She ain't never did no action stuff before though.
Yeah, I think this
Yes, she
is.
did. Taxi movie, she was a cop.
Does that count?
Yeah, that kind of count.
Hell no.
I like it. I want to see it. I want to see it, but I really think it's going to be a good TV show.
I'm gonna watch LA Finest first with Gabriel Union.
That's
and
the
Just-
Bad Boys joint?
Yeah, so they merged the two universes. Whatever. What's my girl name? Jessica.
Was it Alba?
Jessica Alba, whatever her character was and whatever movie that was she was doing,
Mm-hmm.
and then Gabriel Union's character in Bad Boys, they just merged the two together.
Okay.
I heard about them. I think she did an interview on the Breakfast Club. She talked about it and said it was coming out. Jessica Alba was bringing her kids on set and had doing mom duties in between, shooting. So she said it was good. So I don't know why they only got like 2 or 1 season out of it, because nobody's watching that shit.
Probably. Yeah.
My man
Y'all
Keenan
not
got
30 no more. Y'all don't look as good.
Keenan got his show coming out too. Can't wait to see that.
Comes
Oh,
out,
yeah.
It's gonna be
finally coming
NBC
out.
too.
comes out this Tuesday.
And The Rock.
Nice.
Ain't The Rock coming out this month too?
Yeah.
That comes
Come
out
out
the same
Friday.
day. They came out. They
Oh, come on Tuesday too. Can't wait to watch
Young
that.
Rock and Keenan's
Young Rock and
show.
Keenan. I like that because I'm glad Keenan got it. Keenan's hilarious. He's funny as fuck.
I like that the fact that he just got an opportunity like that on network television.
Yeah.
You know, he's been doing it for so long. He deserves it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Instead of giving Cedric the Entertainer all these opportunities and
But bomb ass
Gerard
show.
Carmichael and shit like
What?
that.
Gerard Carmichael show was good.
It was.
What you mean, Saturday
Saturday got some good shit.
No, he don't.
The Neighbors ain't that bad.
It's about giving a new person a
Right.
chance. Though,
Oh, okay,
right?
okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Seen said on
is it-
TV One,
We've been
on
watching
TV
Keenan-
Access, Pluto TV.
We've been watching Keenan for the last 30 years. You know,
Oh,
since
that's
he was
in
a
it.
child. So
Yeah.
Right.
So to see him as an adult, I'm with it.
yeah,
I
let
feel
me
you.
get that shine. And The Rock, I'm definitely
That shit
excited
gonna be
about
good.
that.
That's gonna be a good fucking show.
And I love the fact that you get the.
He's alive.
I think it's going to be very introspective. Like is he going to narrate it? Do you know?
I think he's narrating.
I hope so.
It's going to be like the Wonder Years and shit.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like fresh off the boat.
Oh, speaking of the Wonder Years, we that's
A reboot
being
with Lee
rebooted.
Daniels.
Yep,
Yeah.
Lee
Lee
Daniels.
Daniels is doing a reboot with a black family.
With
It
a
grew up
black
at the
family.
same time, but it's gonna be a black side of the story, which is gonna be
What?
what was it?
Wonder
The 50s,
That was the 60s. I think.
60s. That's gonna be good to see.
I don't
'Cause
know
we
if
gonna-
he's a person to do
Lee
it.
Daniels, why you think he'll do some gay in it?
It's
No.
totally gonna
Not
be
even
gay.
that. Not even that. I've never seen him do that type of stuff before.
Lee Daniels did a great job on the what's the Butler?
This is my thing. Who?
The Butler.
Yeah.
My thing is no, not that. We talking about TV. It's just a TV show. My thing
It's
is
a
this:
series though, so it'll be better.
if he pick, it's about who he picks as the characters.
What if you have a gay person in there? This is the first gay person to be gay in the
It's gonna be a
70s.
gay Wonder Years, baby.
Come on, man, don't do that. Don't do that.
I don't think it'll be a gay Wonder Years. It'll definitely probably be a gay character in there though.
Oh,
Kind of
well,
like how they did with Lovecraft. Like, you know, they
Daddy was
snuck
gay.
that in on that.
They gonna sneak it in.
I wasn't
that's
expecting
what it
that
is.
at
It's
all.
the new norm now. They gonna sneak it in.
I just want the
He
song.
gonna have a gay uncle or something.
Just
Yeah.
had a song saying, "What's
Do you do?
Oh,
we gotta get a black song. We gotta get a black song.
Definitely gonna be a gay artist.
We
to
gotta.
sing that.
Sam Smith. Sam
They
Smith.
gotta come on. Get
Oh,
your
it
ass
gotta
up
be black.
on the ground. Some
We
black
gotta,
shit
I'm
gotta
talking
come on.
about, man, James Brown or somebody, man. Sam Cooke. Hey.
Oh,
was
them
it?
some James Brown to come
Smokey
on.
Robinson.
Smokey,
Yeah.
any of them, yeah. Just
Come
just do it
baby,
with that.
let's groove. Yeah, but I would
Just
like
not
to see
that
that.
gangbanging song.
Yeah,
I don't
run that
need
shit. Wasting your time.
And the 60s smoking.
Drinking that wine.
Gang banging
Nigga had that
now.
on repeat.
Who?
When the coconuts and got that day.
Yeah, what?
Gang banging. That's
Gang banging.
smoking.
All right, man. It's the moment
We all been waiting for.
we all been waiting for.
Throw my shit back on.
Judas and the Black Messiah was released Friday and limited theaters, but it was on HBO Max, starring Daniel Kaluuya and Lakeith Stanfield. So peeps,
And Ashton Sanders. And Algie Smith.
Yeah.
And Martin Sheen.
It's J. Edgar Hoover.
I can't stand Martin Sheen, man. He always playing an asshole.
Oh, he was.
But you know, it's just I'm
Shit
like,
he
yo,
said
was-
in that movie.
Was J. Edgar Hoover really that like?
My
Did
man.
you
it
see
was
the
a
movie
monster.
Did you ever see the movie with Johnny? What's his name?
Johnny Brasco?
That
No,
was that
Leonardo
was
DiCaprio.
Leonardo DiCaprio played him and
Yes,
Armie Hammer.
That shit was real. That motherfucker did not want.
What, when he played J. Edgar Hoover?
Yeah, he did not like black people. Period.
That's probably the only
And
time
then-
I couldn't stand Leo on the movie.
He played him?
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta see
I
that.
didn't
Then
like
also
Leo in
watch the-
Django either.
No, he was good in Django.
That
Who?
really bad.
Leo.
I hated him.
I think it was the fact that it was a Tarantino flick. I do not like
Yeah, you don't
That's
like
probably what it
Tarantino.
was.
we know.
Because he was putting some stank on some certain words.
Bitch ass nigga.
He does say a lot of stank ass
But
shit.
what
in
you
it.
saying, nigga?
But watch also too, like when you go look at, like we talking about the Panthers. Remember they did put out a Panther movie, and Kadeem Hardison was kind of like what my man's is right now, and he was letting the FBI agent know because he needed to pay for school about what the Panthers was doing. That's when Bobby Brown was like before he looked like Bobby Brown, because Chris Rock, and Bobby Brown was like the little crack.
What was the name of it?
It was called Panther.
What you talking about? The Mario Van Peebles one?
Yeah,
I don't remember that one.
you was young, you ain't know.
Oh, nah, nigga. I saw Posse. It's the Posse. Shoot him up, shoot him up.
Watch
You
that.
is a Big Daddy Kane type dude, man.
No, I don't like Big Daddy Kane.
He was one of them. He was like, "Oh man, grab my clothes." Like, come on, man.
Oh, this movie.
Yes,
But okay, so let's go around.
because
I-
it
you know,
shows Bobby in there.
I know you haven't seen it, but B,
I remember that.
you cut it on. You know, you the filmmaker here, like stylistically, like everything across the board. Like, what was like your take on it?
I loved it. It was everything that a movie should be. It had good music. It was shot good. It great acting by my man Daniel Kaluuya. And you know, he had a solid cast. He had people that were like leads in other movies that played supporting roles here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I thought that was pretty cool too.
All right, P.
I enjoyed it. Like, same thing gonna be. Like, that movie was good. When I heard him speak, I'm like, damn, let me go back and see an audio of actually Fred Hampton speak,
Yeah.
and he's damn near right
He
there.
got it.
He got it. He got it.
Especially on that.
Like, it was fucking good. The only thing, like you said, is the color complexion of the skin.
And,
Other than that one scene when he was like, "Oh, I miss you, motherfuckers," it was just South Chicago to
yeah,
me.
and Fred Hampton wasn't a light skinned brother, but Daniel Kaluuya is just an extra dark.
Yeah, he just
Yeah,
real
Right.
dark.
Yeah.
Yeah, but his body wise, he looked like him. He got
Yeah,
his
he put on,
size.
he put on
Got
the
that
weight.
size.
All
Put the weight
that
on.
shit was good from beginning to end. That movie was good. When that motherfucker came in there and started had his speech, can y'all hear me? I don't need no mic. Came up there and started
Yeah,
speaking.
that was tough.
Man,
Yeah.
to come on like that
Yeah.
at that, you know what I'm saying?
And
How he was just sitting there.
Right.
this is a story that needed to be told. This is a man, a kid, to be honest with
21 he
you.
died.
21, he got so much accomplished.
Yeah.
And like he said in one of his speeches, y'all ain't too young enough to die. Y'all just scared. Y'all scared.
He said he living for the people.
Yeah.
I ain't living for myself. I'm living for the people.
But think about those words. Those words was kind of like the same thing that Nipsey said. You go back and listen to Victory Lap. A lot of these like revolutionary people we start looking into all died at a young age. Martin Luther King didn't make it to 30. Malcolm didn't make it to what? He may make it to what, 35?
I think both of them was over 40.
No, they did not make it to no damn 40.
Malcolm and Martin?
No. They did
Malcolm
not.
definitely made it to 40. I mean, Martin made it to 40 for sure.
No.
Thank you.
He was born in the 20s, died in the 60s, 68.
Martin was 39.
How old was what's his name?
Oh, I mean, they look old.
The only young revolutionaries that
Was the Black
that
Panther?
kid-
Malcolm
yeah.
was 39. So he was 39. They didn't make it to 40.
Yeah.
So your point still applies. It's just they didn't make it to 40.
They were young,
They were young.
nonetheless.
Yeah.
Right, still in their prime.
Yeah.
Think about it. And then we'll say, I could throw, who else was young as hell that died around that time? JFK. He didn't.
Nah, he was tied up in some shit though.
Everybody had a little bit of something going on.
That was his family. Like,
Yeah, him was
Yeah.
more so with the mob and the unions and all that stuff.
Then you got, who else? You got Fred Hampton. Then you got
Huey.
Who
Huey.
was the young one?
No, Fred Hampton was youngest. Huey
Huey was in his 30s, I think.
Yeah, he was in his 30s. Because Bobby's not around. He died too. Is he?
No, I think he's still here.
Bobby Seale?
Yeah.
If he ain't, then it was recent when he passed away.
Right.
I know
So-
Bobby Rush is still here.
We know because he'll tell you, he said,
definitely.
we're all about the growth and development.
I met that dude when I interned at Channel 11. I met him, and it's something about him. It just feels he's slick. Like he just had this energy about him.
You know what I'm talking about?
So, okay, so to me, the movie felt like Bill O'Neal featuring Fred Hampton.
That's what they said in the interview.
Because to me, Fred is a supporting character to this story. I just got through saying to P, like, this kind of reminds me of Donnie Brasco. It's just the black version of it. You know, obviously, Donnie Brasco was an FBI agent. You know, Bill
Right.
O'Neal was an informant.
But I mean,
you know,
Fred was the main character, but you were seeing it through the eyes of somebody else.
like he was, you know, it's like, all right, I'm watching the historic moments Fred had through Bill's eyes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and that's kind of like the lens that I took it from. You
Yeah.
know, and it was just like, not saying it takes away from it, but for me, it left me wanting a little bit more
Definitely
for
did.
Fred as far as
Definitely did.
Fred's story. Like,
Well, I mean,
when
it's
he went to
called-
jail, we didn't really get a whole lot
How
of
he was thinking about
thought,
when it
you know what
came
I'm saying?
out. None of that.
But I mean, it was called Judas for a reason.
Exactly.
So
So
it
it's-
had to have been about
Yeah.
how he infiltrated the
Yeah.
Black Panthers.
So it's like the Bill O'Neal story, but you know that's why I was like kind of like I was
Right.
thinking, I said, oh man, if they go to the Oscars, like Daniel will probably get supporting actor because Lakeith is like the main
The
character.
main character of him.
I don't know. It's kind of split for me.
Depending on how they do it. That's how it is. That's how we gonna look at it.
But I definitely feel
the main
like
character to me is Fred.
I mean it's
You can-
about Fred,
You
but
can give
we-
it to either one. to be
Yeah.
honest.
But I ultimately I felt like I don't know if y'all share this sentiment, but I definitely shared it. I feel like this is probably the most important roles both of those guys have played thus far.
yeah.
Yeah.
Lakeith didn't want to play.
Lakeith for sure.
He did.
I mean,
he didn't even
and
want.
you-
He wanted to play Fred. He didn't even want to be him because he was just the way who he was. Then
In
$4
that
was
movie, the trial of the Chicago 7, I was telling y'all
just-
about.
I was gonna watch that before
The
too.
dude that played Fred Hampton in that looks exactly like him.
For real. I was gonna watch that the night before he came out.
Yeah.
Right. That's why I said the reason I didn't watch it. I watched a documentary on YouTube. Somebody was like, "Man, Nikki, just shout out Mr. Harper." He was like, "Just go on YouTube and watch some of this before you get into it." I'm like, I'm all, as y'all know, I'm very deep and I like the Black Panthers because my grandmother was becoming a Black Panther, and I watched when they showed how he was laying on the ground They talked to the baby mama or whatever. Look, and she was big and pregnant. They showed how she went to jail. They showed dude, Bill O'Neill, on what he said. They showed the other cop, and the white guy was like, wait a minute. What was the purpose? So it was one white cop that kept saying, he said, what was the purpose of us going in there? There wasn't no shots at the door. Guess what it was? These are nails. He said, wait a minute. So we kept going back. They left the house open on the west side for 2 weeks. So people was visiting. They didn't still clean up the evidence or nothing. So what happened is there was a big riot when this went down. And I don't know I don't got my facts all the way together. It happened in it wasn't in California about that riot where Oswald was the governor or something like that. But when they took the prisons, when they took the prisoners over, right?
Yeah.
When I tell you, I think, hold on, because I'm going on YouTube, right?
Because I definitely got to go back and watch that interview because a lot of people was talking about it after the movie release. It was called Eyes on the Prize. It's on YouTube. And they actually did an interview with William O'Neill, who Lakeith is portraying in this movie. And his stance on some of the stuff he said was just kind of crazy. I was like, he was coming off like he wasn't sympathetic.
He was trying to convince himself that he was one of them.
Yeah.
And, they said the interview released Martin Luther King Day in 1990.
Yeah.
And they said the day after that he committed suicide.
That nigga thought he was gonna be an FBI man. That white man let him in his house. He thought he was him. He thought he was being mentored by him.
Yeah.
He felt that like, oh, I'm not being a snitch. I'm being mentored. But that shit started kicking in when that real shit started happening. Because you see what William O'Neill was fucking doing every time something went off. That nigga tried to run like a motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't around for that shit.
Yeah.
That's why it's just fucked up. 6 years of being locked up made you do some shit like that. Took a leader for our community away. That's fucked up. Because you was a bitch nigga.
And then Friday was also, the anniversary of the Black Panther political party being started, 55 years. And to pose the question is, do you think we should be starting?
I don't think it's.
Yeah, it's a chapter.
I don't think it's dead.
Yeah, it's a active chapter.
His son is still a chair.
Yeah.
So
it's just not as prominent as it once was.
And his mom is still active.
Yeah.
Yeah, she sure is, y'all.
So.
Cause he showed that at the end.
It was some pieces, man. Like overall, I thought it was great. It was just some pieces I was like, all right, the Rainbow Push thing, we didn't really get a lot of that. We saw
I really
it was
enjoyed
before
that.
The push. It was just the Rainbow Coalition.
Rainbow Coalition. Like I
enjoyed
wanted to see
that.
a little bit more of that, because that's kind of like, a lot of people say Martin Luther wasn't killed for what he was saying in terms of the civil rights. He was killed because his new narrative was about classism.
It was about the new America.
And, trying to break those walls down in terms of, the poor white, the poor Hispanic ain't no different than the poor black.
That's the exact same thing that Fred was talking about.
Yeah.
Right.
We saw it in the movie.
And you see it, he got to the
Yeah.
Confederate flag where all the white people was at, and the dude came, oh, you're Fred Hampton. Because he
Gotta
knew
know
what they
their
was fighting
side,
for.
yeah.
These pigs is killing us. He know they keeping us poor. This most of the motherfuckers do know. Some of the motherfuckers want to be stupid, but most of them know. He had the Spanish people and the white people on that side. So bring them together, like y'all say, for that coalition.
Right. So
That was some powerful shit.
So the name of what I watched was this, because this is like 3 things that I'm watching before I watch the movie. It's called The Black Panther Party: Murder of Fred Hampton and Mark Clark, and Attica Prison Takeover. Them Attica guys was not playing. They took over the prison. Look, they took in the warden. Hey, you gonna give us this? You're killing too many of our people. This, that, the third. Look, they had all those prisoners. They didn't have the prisoners. The prisoners was all, someone was killing each other. But when they took over them guards, that guard was like, give them everything they want. The only reason why they didn't get the food and the water, because they started running out, and the warden was like, get ready, get it from everything, is when the United States, I guess, came in, they started shooting and killing them. It was like 30, 40 of them. They killed the leader of the person that did it. They was not playing when they found out that Fred Hampton got killed. So all of them started having the same idealism of socialism, that is like, man, it's time to really make sure that we as the people, it ain't about just, what I'm saying, Malcolm and Martin also and Fred, all of them have all the Black Panther parties was although we are the
Malcolm Malcolm started talking that talk too, like
right
when he went
came,
to Mecca.
He went to Mecca. When that's when he was saying, and what's that? Once upon a time in what's that? Miami.
Mm-hmm.
He like, man, once I go to Mecca, because he's starting to see like, man, you know, he saw the difference in what Elijah Muhammad was saying or whatever. So like these movies now, we over here like, okay, is
Then you add, you know, to bring a little bit more to it, like what you saw also in Godfather Harlem, because that expounded a lot on what was going on in terms of Elijah and Malcolm. Because ultimately, it was a power. It was a fight over power. Mm-hmm. Elijah thought, and Malcolm could have took over the nation. You know, the NOI, like he could have. He was in that space. Malcolm was just trying to, you know, he was presented with this line, right? They was like, okay, this is the line. This is how you're supposed to live. You know what I mean? When you're following Islam. And he was trying to follow it to a T, but, you know, if you believe, whether you're on one side or the other, that's, you know, on you. But if you believe what was being said about Elijah, then Elijah wasn't really following that line. He was, you know, taking money from the nation.
He was dabbing in that.
You know, dabbing and having kids out of, you know, wedlock and so on and so forth. And that was what was creating those issues with him and Malcolm.
And that was because Elijah was more so as a dictator
Mm-hmm.
than, you know, for the people. And that was a common theme between all of these people that we talking about is that the power is with the people. If everybody come together, we can change shit. And I tell people that shit all the time. Like, when that sugar tax came and motherfuckers was paying $3 for a 20-ounce bottle of pop, it changed because everybody got mad and they had a voice about it. You know?
Mm-hmm.
If you get out there and you talk and you make shit happen, you can change whatever you want.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it was great to watch, man. You know, and it was a lot of new faces. I mean, there was some faces we knew already, like, you know, we know Daniel, we know Lakeith, we know Ashley Sanders, you know, we know Algie. Algie was Ralph, wasn't he?
Yeah.
You know,
L'Oreal
popped in there real smooth, you know. Hey, I thought you know, you must not be the right man. Somebody said. Daryl Brick Gibson, the guy that played Bobby Rush, he'd have been in a couple of things. I think he was a child actor.
I missed who played Bobby. I missed Bobby Rush in the movie. I must have dozed off.
He was right there. He didn't really have a lot of talking points.
Was it to do with the fro?
With the glasses,
light
yeah.
skin?
And he had like the shade.
Had the mustache and shit, yeah.
But,
he was with him when they was doing the rebuild. He was with Lakeith when they was doing the rebuild.
Mm-hmm. He's like, what you mean, brother?
Yeah.
This how you rebuild.
Yeah.
So, man, I can't say enough good things about it. I think it was a movie we needed to see. I think you know much like what Nikki said. You know, let this be the springboard to go and find out more. Don't just stop here with what was presented on you know the screen. Let's go and find out more about Fred. Let's go and find out more about the Panthers and just you know that as a whole how it unveiled because it's
no, we get more of this.
Yeah,
we need to let's bring
Film
out
of the year.
Bring out. You know, the
like we probably need a new Panther
movie. We definitely do. Like
to reintroduce to this generation.
Man, I want to sit down and talk to Chairman Fred Jr.
That would be
if
dope.
we can do it, let's do it.
I think we can. Like I think he's reachable. Why not?
You got the reach, nigga. Gonna make that happen.
Come on, man. Stop putting me out there.
Choose wisely.
Stop putting me out there. Shout out
you just have to let us know.
You making it happen, nigga.
man, shout out to Product of Chicago. They got someone that did the Fred Hampton shirt. I mean, I'm gonna support that. And also Instrumental, who got the shirt that's raw that says the pigs assassinated Fred Hampton. Man,
we ain't talking about Instrumental no more, man.
Hey man, that brother is busy. Man, and then COVID happened around that
we gonna
time,
get on
man.
Listen, Jive Turkey, we gonna get on the Zoom with you.
Nah, man, a lot of people. Hey, look, that brother, because every time,
Motherfucker.
But see, COVID was happening last year when we was trying to get him on here. I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna buy them 2 shirts probably as soon as we get done. Another thing, we do need that. Let's get Eldridge Cleaver. Let's get Eldridge Cleaver wife. Let's see, get an Angela Davis movie out here. You know what I'm saying? Get a Nikki Giovanni. Let's see about Stokely Carmichael because he was right there with Martin Luther King as well. Let's talk about the real shit. Let's hit. I want to know shit. Like get a Harold Washington movie in this motherfucker. What's going on? Who killed Harold Washington? Come on.
We that no.
We need that. We need that. Huh?
No, I ain't saying nothing.
We already know.
And
But
shout out to Ryan Coogler, man. He was executive producer.
Yeah, definitely was.
Yeah.
That was a good movie. I'm gonna go watch that.
Shout out to
shit
Shaka King, man.
Yeah.
I was gonna
I'm
ask
gonna
you
watch
to
that
like break
again
him
tonight.
down a little bit more because I don't know too much
watch the
about him.
Breakfast Club. They you know,
Yeah.
the interviews with D-So.
Damn, I had something to say. I forgot.
It was a great movie, man.
It was great though.
I'm gonna watch
I hope
it
during Oscar time this isn't passed over.
at all.
You know what I'm saying? This is one of the
Even if it is, fuck them. So what? We got our BET, NAACP
Oh yeah, hell
award.
yeah. All
That's
them,
what we
they
need to
better-
root
they-
for
this
anyway.
where they
That's
stand.
what we
They
root
supposed
for
to stand
anyway.
up and
If they
make
do pass
sure.
it on, fuck Oscar. That's for
Yeah.
the white people. Go ahead and take it. We'll do our shit.
No, you know what? They gonna end up getting the Oscar to Chadwick Boseman for guaranteed for Ma
Ma
Rainey.
Rainey's?
And which is cool. We gonna keep supporting black about that. But we know that's why we create our own and get our own shit going. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day.
Heard something through the grapevine
What's that?
about Black Panther.
What? Oh my God,
Some
you.
weird. I wish. Some weird things I heard that what's his name is supposed to be the Black Panther.
Oh.
Michael B. Jordan. I don't know how true it is, but it's a rumor going around that he's gonna become Black Panther.
Because
That's possible,
they gonna reenact, bring them back.
Reincarnate him.
Bring
It's
him back
possible
to
though,
life.
because Killmonger takes over that mantle in the comics. Killmonger's more like a Magneto. He's not just
Right,
a full-on bad guy.
Right, he's the Magneto.
He's the Magneto of the Black Panther verse. Like, you know what I'm saying?
So
But
Or
that's
it could
what-
be a
That's what BP2 might
it
end
could
up
be a
being.
multiverse thing, where
Okay.
in the multiverse,
I keep forgetting about the multiverse. There's so much stuff you could do with that.
yeah. So it could be that too.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be
We'll see.
mad at it. I think he finally said he was doing Black Panther 2. I think he finally said it. And it was his birthday not too long ago. Happy birthday. You know, my man. But yeah, man. So Judas and the Black Messiah. I can't say enough good things about it. Y'all
Yeah.
make sure you check it out.
Watch that. Watch the trial of the Chicago 7.
Definitely gotta
too.
go back.
I'm gonna watch that.
Watch
I'm gonna
that.
watch that tonight.
They,
And then,
that's
um,
it. That's what I want to say. That was something that they left out of the Black Panther movie because that little stretch of what they showing in the Black Messiah, that's only like 7-8 months. That was from when he was like 20 to 21. So in that span, Bobby Seale was on trial with forget my man with the
You-
always wear the Star Spangled Flag shirt, wild hair.
Borat.
Yeah, he was on trial with him and like 5-6 other people, and he had nothing to do with what they were doing. He was
Right.
just on trial, and the judge would not let him get a separate fair trial. And eventually, they dismissed his case. But right after that, or during that trial, that's when Fred Hampton got murdered, assassinated. And I didn't know that he was
Yeah,
drugged.
was Bobby Seale in that?
Yeah,
Okay.
he played a hell of a role. It wasn't a big role, but he did a good job in it.
Okay.
I'm gonna check it out.
But
I'll check it out.
But yeah, I didn't know Fred Hampton was drugged and just couldn't wake up.
And that's why I say that's what blew me because
I thought he had
like
a
I Tim
shootout.
say, it only
Yeah.
gave us so much of it, and it's like it happened so fucking fast. Lil Real came up, gave him this and do it, and he did. And like the way he did it was like this nigga was shaking. Why
He didn't want to do it.
Why did Fred Hampton not?
Yeah, he didn't want to do it. You could tell he didn't want to do it.
He lived
I
with
think
that shit forever.
that scene is important too because I think like in a lot of these movies, like you know how you get that still shot with Malcolm, Change Gonna Come playing in Malcolm X movie, right? That little piece of that because everybody's sitting there talking and they're like, "Yo, Fred, you could go over there to Cuba. We can set you up with homeboy. Like we get, you know what I'm saying? Everybody was trying to figure out a way to get him and his lady out of here, and he didn't want to go nowhere.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the moments where I think people know when death is around the corner.
I think he even said it.
Yeah, he said I died from that.
And
I think he said that it was like coming soon.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not finna die old age. I'm not finna die this way. I'm finna die right here.
And it was just that part. I was watching that part, and it was just like, wow. And then you see Lakeith coming up to him crying, and he looking at him like, yo, what's wrong?
Right.
Like Lakeith's acting, like I already like dude, but the way he did this role, it just made me like, yo, this dude is legit.
He made him a lame, like
Yeah,
fucking loser. Like,
He was, man, you want to refill it, and just sitting there, damn near sobbing,
like, you really finna do this shit, bro. Like
And
that's
it-
how I felt.
And it's like, oh, that's how he got him.
And that interview came out in 1990.
Mm-hmm.
They killed him in 69.
Right.
So he lived
He
for
lived with
21
that shit.
years
With that.
With that guilt.
As
thinking
soon
that
as that
shit every
came out,
day.
he knew niggas finally saw him.
I think once he realized that everybody knew him for the rat that he was, he couldn't live no
Couldn't
more.
live with it. That shit crazy.
It was man. It's definitely a great watch. I'm gonna watch it again. We had started watching it before we even started recording it. So
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it again too.
Definitely.
Yeah, for sure. I might go to the theater and watch it.
man,
Yeah,
man,
it was
Man.
good enough too,
it
though.
was good enough. So definitely go out there and support it, y'all. I encourage it to the fullest. Make sure you take your babies and show them too. Like
Yeah, I'll talk as soon as I got done watching. I called PJ and said we're gonna have to sit down and watch this so I can show you what this shit's going on.
because that part
That's
hit me,
good
man. When she's sitting there, she's shaking him.
And he just sleep, just
knocked
gone.
out, just cold.
I thought he was dead.
And they knew the nigga wasn't shit. When that motherfucking one dude was like, that's that nigga that stole the car. And they looked at him. They knew he wasn't. That girl knew he wasn't shit. Like, get him the fuck out of here.
Mm-hmm.
She should have blew his ass in that
Man.
car.
Right, she was looking like, cause I
She gave him
said,
that look like,
She was like,
I
reach in
can't-
my
I can't
boot,
prove
goddamn.
it.
there's always one black
can't
woman
prove it.
in one of these political black movies that be like, this nigga ain't shit. Listen to her. She be knowing. It's a woman's intuition. So you sat there for they lucky, boy. 1990, if they would have let me get in anyway, I would have been like, this nigga, kill that nigga. They lucky.
And that's what you find out as the movie is ending. Like he continued to be an informant,
Yeah.
so it didn't stop there. Like
Nigga, you was just taking out everybody black.
yeah. So
Cracker ass, cracker.
definitely check that out, man. Watch that interview he has, the William O'Neill interview, and learn, man. Crack open some books. Go on YouTube, find some more stuff out about Fred that probably wasn't in the movie. You know what I'm saying? And
But not just Fred, man. Learn about that
The
whole
culture,
movement.
the whole thing, yeah,
the whole
definitely.
movement.
Definitely.
definitely. But that's the part that kind of stings though. It's always a familiar face.
Speaking of, remember I said Posse? They might be making a new one. It's a black western coming out starring Lakeith Stanfield and Real Howery. So we'll see what this is
They
going
do
to
a
be
lot
about.
of flicks together, man.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
They sure do.
I'm still waiting for the cowboy flick with my boy
They
Caleb McLaughlin and Idris. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that one. I heard about that. His daddy was the cowboy.
Yeah.
Oh, and the last thing I want to mention is this movie let me know that we can totally get a dead president.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love the styling of this movie. I'm
That
like,
look was all of it.
that was it. And like Lakeith could be Skippy, like bring it to it, man. I'm saying
That was
I
it.
already know who my Kirby gonna be.
Who?
You know what I'm saying?
we did it
We
already.
did
You
it.
should have been here.
Who was your Kirby be?
She said we did.
Man, shit.
Look at her. She don't need support a product.
Nikki being here on autopilot.
I
Jack.
respect-
Listen,
Man.
when you get to talk about that motherfucking Marvel shit, I ain't gonna lie. I watch it, I do, but I don't.
We had a
But
whole
I-
episode of Dead
So-
President, though.
What you can do is for the next director's chair, peeps. So y'all tune in. The next one is going to be Menace to Society.
Man.
You ready?
You ready?
Oh, you talking about you already know me? You gotta say
Off the
first.
You
cuff.
said you
Off
not.
the cuff.
No, because I gotta watch Business Society again, cause
Oh,
you know,
don't come up with the.
no,
give us
no,
some
no,
good
no,
Outcast
no,
on the last day that O's gone
I
again.
like no, I ain't gonna be able to do that.
I'm literally gonna be my granddaddy. The granddaddy
Let's
when he
take
came
Lord,
in.
me
take-
old
yeah.
dog.
Why you in here? Don't know what's
Got
going
these cheeseburgers on his base head.
Right.
Nikki gonna cast Durkio.
Little Dirk
I don't
gonna be-
even fuck with
Lil
them
Durk is
niggas,
old dog.
man. Nah.
That's what I hate when they do them type of movies. When they do a remake or something like to it, and they bring the shit down south. Like, no, keep that shit where it was at. Like,
It was in California.
I hate it. I like Superfly, but I would rather have it in L.A. than to have it in
Superfly was
It was
super good.
decent.
It was
I really like
It was
Superfly.
alright.
Like, I really
Yeah.
enjoyed it.
And Trevor Jackson did a hell of a job.
Yeah.
definitely did,
When
'cause
he
that part
came
was
in
open.
talking, I was like, oh, he got it. Because at first, I'm like, this nigga
But
finna fuck this up.
When I heard it, not the Hype Williams was doing it, or no, Little X was
Lil
doing
X,
it.
yeah.
I was like, I don't know if I want to watch this
Right.
shit. And then it came on. I'm like, this shit ain't
Yeah.
bad.
And then my favorite song off there is the song with Ross with Capone. And them.
My casting though, I was sitting there thinking like, all right, because I was like, Trevor Noah would be a great Goldie. Not that he wasn't a good Superfly, but I was like, damn, if they got him as Superfly, who would they get as Goldie? Because I was just thinking if they doing Superfly, then what they do to Mac?
We should do that
Mm.
for another.
Oh man, you gonna have us watching
sure.
the Mac.
brother.
Yeah.
I'm your daddy.
And then we haven't did this
You
one
want to
in a
die,
while.
nigga?
We haven't done Decoded.
Oh man.
So the next Decoded is going to be Midnight Marauders by A Tribe Called Quest.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that was Nikki's pick. She's the hip hop head, so she better come correct on this one.
Man, listen.
I want no
Choose
shit.
wisely.
Here we come, yo. Here we come.
That ain't that song on there.
Anything else? Anybody else want to say before we get out of here, man? We gotta try to get up out of here before the snow hit.
Kick ass. No, I don't know. Nothing else.
Nah, man. This is still. It's not just Black History Month. It's Black history all year.
Teach your kids. Teach your people.
Black history.
Right.
All year.
Takes a village to raise a child.
Spread love.
I am a revolutionary.
Get these kids
And
to
think
learn.
about that, man. These people. He was 21.
21.
21.
21.
The chairman. 21.
Chairman. So just
In
think
Chicago,
about that. If he was able
Illinois.
to do all of that at 21,
And that's what I was going to ask y'all. Just imagine what y'all was doing at 21.
Yeah,
Ooh,
I did.
bullshit.
I wasn't on shit.
I did.
bullshit.
I
I wasn't doing
did.
shit.
Trying to go to college,
Happy to finally buy some Belvedere.
not getting knowledge.
That was it. I heard about Hov and them buying Belvedere. That was the first thing I did when I hit 21.
That's
I was
right.
drinking Amsterdam.
Just show you how the white man keep you happy.
Cranberry
21.
juice.
Oh,
But
21.
when you really think,
Around this time, going into 21, it wasn't good. It was definitely not good for me. I was an alcoholic.
Ricky
damn.
was moving packs.
No, I was.
Nicky was like,
I
it's
was,
time to get your
no,
groove on. Call you the rain.
No, shit. No, my grandmother
Friday
passed.
night.
My grandmother passed. I was an alcoholic. I was a supervisor UPS, and then I decided to go and get my HVAC certification so I could.
Where did you go?
HVAC.
I went to Coin when it was.
I went to Coin too. I wanted you to go at the same time.
I went. You was
He
probably in
was
high school.
probably in
No,
grade
because
school.
Coin really kind of just came out.
No, I went to the old building on Fullerton. When I was messing
When
with
did you go to Coin?
I went to Coin in 2004. Matter of fact, I was trying to
Okay.
get my real estate license too.
Because I came in 06.
Because I was like, man, real estate is about to pop off. So I was carrying this real estate book around at work and everything. I was trying to get my shit together because I'm like, man, I got to take care of these motherfuckers at the crib. It was bad. Like, it was real bad.
So you legit is a like GTA game waiting to happen. Like,
Oh. I was like this. I told my grandmother, I said, if this school shit don't
you got
work.
the HVAC down. You can tell them how.
Right,
to
but
move
see,
it.
the thing is, you always supposed to have more under your belt because I'm like, man, if the education ain't gonna hit, you need to have a trade. Exactly what's going on right now. I said this shit almost 18 years ago. I felt that in my spirit. I was like, man, if I could go back to where I
I
was,
mean, that's just common. You should.
no, when I was 20, going on 21 or whatever, I was thinking about my what is that? I was thinking about real estate. I was thinking about I had a plan, like, man, I had my property, this, that, the third, and then I was buying mutual funds at that time because I'm like, man, something going on. I felt it in my spirit, and I was like, man, I had things planned out on an index card, but then I just got to drinking like crazy.
Felt it in a spurt.
Yeah,
Feel it in my bones.
felt it in the air.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, we're going to go in this thing on out. We hope y'all enjoyed this episode. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. You know what I'm saying? We're on iTunes. We're on Spotify. We're on iHeart. We're on YouTube. You know, so check it out. Boulevard Ave, NMG Network. We got a new episode of Y'all coming soon.
Yes.
Tomorrow,
You
probably.
know, shout out to Big B. They got that thing done.
Yeah.
P, late nights.
That's
What can the people expect,
coming
Next month?
what's this month? February. It's getting to the end, I believe. We're gonna try to get something going by this month. Next week, hopefully, we're gonna get something during the week. We just gonna have to throw it to y'all. So we gonna see. It's a lot of stuff going on, snow. So we gonna get something to y'all pretty. So we've been talking. We got our stuff together, but
Alright.
it's coming.
Got the mojo going. All right,
Yeah,
all right.
man.
Hot Take Wrestling, that's always going. Every week. New episode will be coming soon this week. And yeah, man. Till then, shit. Catch y'all on the flip side.
Peace.
I am a revolutionary.
I am a revolutionary.
We gave out the free lunch.
Believe that. Got the PP, pinkies, nigga.
Hope that wasn't in the cut.
Definitely was.
Okay, he gonna take that out.
This shit was live, so we can't.
Man, he felt that in his spirit.
They know, like, brother, been there for a minute. You know what I'm saying?